So recently we just got off of our 5-day Disney Dream Marvel Day at Sea cruise, and if you haven't seen so, we have all 5 of our days put up on YouTube. However, in this video, we're going to be putting them all together, so make sure you guys do sit back, relax, and welcome to 5 full days aboard the Disney Dream Marvel Day at Sea. So good morning everyone and welcome to Cruise Week. Yes, we are going back up onto another cruise, and once again, it's another Disney cruise. This time we are making our way back onto the beautiful Disney Dream for a 5-night Marvel Day at Sea with stops at Cozumel and Castaway Key. So we are finally parked, bags are dropped off, time to head down. Let's go get checked in. There it is. There is the Disney Dream, as she now calls Port Everglades her new home for the time being. This is also our first time to Port Lauderdale, to the Port Everglades. So we have sailed 5 times on Disney cruises, 3 coming out of Miami, 1 out of Canaveral, and 1 now out of Everglades. This is also the port that the brand new Disney Destiny will call home when it debuts later this year. Well, don't get much time to spend in here, so kind of a quick look at the Disney side, but you do get the Mickey space, but really cool. But our group has already been called, which means it is time to board the ship. Super excited.
Disney Dream, please welcome aboard the Otmar family. Disney Dream, please welcome aboard the Culver's family.
And now we are officially aboard, which means 5 days. Cozumel, Castaway Key, a couple days at sea. It's gonna be really good. And as per tradition, we have to have lunch at Animator's Palette here on the Disney Dream. And it's usually the same lunch every time, but it's still just as amazing. Also, I just love this. I love this restaurant probably one of the most, and I'm glad we get to do it because we did not experience this when we were on the Treasure. So really fun, really exciting, very hungry. So this is the embarkation day lunch. So the salmon, beef empanadas for an appetizer from the kettle. Entrees, you have penne pasta, a grilled salmon salad, a chicken Caesar salad, a sliced roasted beef sirloin, and then desserts every time. So I already know what I'm gonna get. I'm probably gonna get the empanada, probably the gumbo, the beef sirloin, and then cheesecake. And here is my beef empanada. It's got a little dipping sauce on the side, and it's one of my favorite things to get on this ship. Sister got the gumbo this time. So then I also got the beef and chicken gumbo. It's actually always one of my favorite things to get. I know it's not traditional gumbo, like what people think, but it's still very good what they do with it. And here is the sirloin that I got. So it's got a good chunk of sirloin with green beans, twice baked potato. This looks absolutely good. And I got it as medium rare, and it's pretty much cooked perfectly. And then my cookies and cream cheesecake. And this is always, when we had the last time we were on the trip, all the cheesecake I had was delicious. All right, so lunch, very good. Same like it is on every ship. The lunch, the a la carte. It's always the same menu, and it always is hit spot. Now the desserts can be a little different most times, but that cookies and cream cheesecake is still so amazing. All right, so in our room, we got a family veranda, stateroom veranda. I do love that this is a split room design, so you do have one that has a sink in here, and then this one is going to be another sink, and then the tub and everything with a rainfall shower, nice queen size bed with only no outlets on this side again. Bummer. Oh well. And then, so this sleeps up to 5 people, and so what's nice about it is that you can move this over. This also does have the bunk bed option where this can turn into a bed, this can turn down into a bed, but then, what's nice, this also can be turned down into a bed. So what we'll probably do is we'll ask our stateroom host to go ahead and set this up for us. Nice, lots of storage here as well. Lots of outlets. See, those are outlets right there. And there, then more storage right here. These should be, yep, tiny fridge. And then out onto the veranda. There we go. Now I finally got it open. Only took me 20 minutes to do that. But it's kind of the view we've got. We're on the port side of the ship. So the left side. So when we're docked at Castaway Key, we will not see Castaway Key. We can see there are numerous other ships out here today. There's a Celebrity. There's a Freedom of the Sea. There's a Holland America. Us. Next to us was a Princess Cruise. And because we are with my family, we're going to be able to open up the veranda space. We're going to be able to take the divider down and make it one giant balcony space. So I will apologize for the very quickness that was from the time we got parked, to the time we checked in, to the time we went to the terminal, through the time we got on board, to lunch. We did not have to wait one bit. So we came in, dropped our stuff off with the porters, parked the car, went down to check-in. It was about 11:40. Our port arrival time was 11:30 to 11:45. We were to go right in because they were pulling 11:45ers when we walked up. Then we get into the terminal, and I'm like, oh, I'll have some time to film this a little bit, showcase Lauderdale, the Port Everglades area. Didn't get anything. The little bit I showed you is all we had time. We were in there less than 5 minutes because as soon as we walked in, they called boarding group 6. We were boarding group 6, walked right in, and as soon as we walked in, they went to lunch. Mostly because it took us about 3.5 hours to drive here. So, but now we are officially in the rooms. Current view right now. This will change to open ocean tomorrow because we are at day at sea tomorrow. Marvel day tomorrow. Then, it's the third day, will be Cozumel. Next day after that will be another day at sea. Top it off with Castaway Key. So I'm very excited, and I do love our room space because, like I said, there are 6 of us total. And having this work out really well because we do have the Murphy pull-down bed, so we will have the stateroom host go ahead and set that up for us. Plus, it is a very long space, so about almost 300 square feet for this room, so it works out really well. So kind of sorry for how quickly everything went. Hoping maybe it'll calm down a little bit, but today's a very full day because we do sail off at 4:15 is when the sail away party is. So we'll have to definitely go do that. Tonight's Golden Mickey's. Dinner tonight's an Enchanted Garden. So I'm really excited for all of this. It's gonna be a fantastic few days, 5 days on the Disney Dream. More to come, more exciting things to see. Here's Shutter, so if you guys are interested where you find all your pictures and stuff, it's right here on deck 4. And there's the main atrium. Like I said, we kind of came in very quickly. Didn't really get a whole lot of seconds to breathe. It was like, oh, here we are, we're already here. Span of like 2 seconds, we were already on the ship. And into D Lounge for some general Disney trivia, which they're already on question 10 already. So now we're moving into the district area, and the district area is the like lounges and bars and stuff. So in here you're gonna have Evolutions, 687, Skyline, Pink, and all that fun stuff. So this is gonna be a lot of times during the day. So you're gonna have a lot of your activities, your trivia, everything else. Now, if you are curious, what is 687? This was the ship number at Meyer Wharf that was for the Disney Dream. But I always loved this space because, like, look at the stars on it. It is so stinking pretty. Did the mustard drill, which is mandatory, and now we are up into Cabanas, aka the buffet. So we're heading for the pool deck for the sail away party. We're actually on 11, we want to go up to 12, so to get to 12 you have to go out. You have to go out and then up. So got to do that. But I always love coming up here because look at this. They have all of the castles are in sand as sculptures. You got Tokyo, Hong Kong. So we are going to continue on down to the pool deck for sail away.
Hello, Disney Dream! I said hello, Disney Dream! I'm Walter, one of the entertainment crew staff, or as I like to say, the Disney Dream host.
And now we are making our way out to the open ocean. What was actually really funny about the sail away party was that they started the sail away party and then they started backing us up to spin us around. So as soon as we started facing the ocean, they played the horn. So, but you can see right there, once we get past all this, it is heading out for the open ocean for 5 days. We'll not be back to Port Everglades until Thursday morning we will be back. It's only been like 5 minutes and we are very far out already. So, but it is funny because like there was a American Holland America and there's a Royal Caribbean. So we need to head down to deck 4 to the D Lounge for some DVC stuff since my mom is with us on this trip. So if you are a DVC member and you do come on a Disney cruise, now you don't need to use your points because it's really expensive, so I wouldn't do it. But the thing about it is, come up here because sometimes they do a DVC celebration. And so they're able to celebrate, they have free drinks, they did a little bit of game show, they talk about the promotions they have and everything. So make sure you do check that out. But also always check by the vacation club area that is here on the ship, just to see if there's anything there. Plus, if you're a DVC member and you come on a cruise and you tell them you're a DVC member, they'll actually put a magnet on your door for you. It's pretty cool. So right now we're currently waiting because we're waiting for the Golden Mickeys to happen. So this is one of the Broadway shows that's happening. One of the big things is the fourth day at sea is Beauty and the Beast. So we want to make sure we do see that. And then I think on the last day at Castaway is Disney Dreamers, which is the main Broadway show that is made just for this ship. So it's kind of one of those things we really want to see all of that stuff and everything else. And then it should only be about an hour, and then we'll have an hour until dinner happens. So still a lot to do, but for sure feeling kind of the effects after being up since 3 a.m. today. So after getting out of the Golden Mickey, I decided to walk around on the promenade, and it's just wild. So right out there is the coast, and we're pretty sure we think that is still Miami right there, but heading into kind of the darkness that is the ocean. But this is very peaceful to come out here and just be in quiet for a little bit. After doing the Golden Mickeys, we decided we need to do a little checking out of the shopping that is on board. Many of the hats, I actually have this hat, but not the dry fit version of it. Oh yeah, so they have all the stuff out for Golden Mickeys right there as well. So it's actually super nice. It's really cool to see and everything. So here is the Disney Dream merchandise. They have this as just a regular shirt, so it's actually kind of cool. They changed the Spirit jersey though, because I have the old Spirit jersey style. Like the old one that was like the more printed style, not printed like this is. And then they have Disney Dream ears. Ooh. So it's everything before the new ships. That's hilarious.
That looks like it's outdated.
Yeah, a little bit outdated, unfortunately, because they now got the Wish, the Treasure, and soon the Destiny. But yeah, here's the basic Disney Dream shirt. $35 for that. So they for sure have upgraded some of their merchandise they've got. So I love this, Keep Hangry at Bay This Way to the Buffet, Hakuna Matata, the regular Mickey one, some of the other ones they've got as well. So this is actually a two-sided shirt. This is I'd Rather Be Cruising. Minnie on there, Mickey on that one. Undisputed Shuffleboard Champion. Excuse me. I really like this shirt a lot because I like the simplicity of it. And of course they don't put a price tag on it. And then they've got this really cool 70s style shirt as well. I like the toothpaste design. Lots of very cool stuff. And then some more shirts they've got. I do like the fact that they do have the shirts on there so you can see it a little bit. I like this one, the Disney Cruise on the left. Kayla really likes this red shirt. I kind of actually like it too. This Disney Cruise mode on, Hakuna Matata, Sea Witch, more like Sea Goddess, mandatory vacay shirts. Shopping right now is probably the most hectic because you're in between first, second dining, and the first Golden Mickeys and the second Golden Mickeys. A little bit chaotic there. We may go in there another day to look at all of the merchandise they have to offer now. But I'm not really happy with the new Spirit jersey they've got for the Dream. Like, I really like the old classic one better. Like, I love the Treasure one. I like the Wish one. But that new Dream Spirit jersey, not a huge fan of, especially with that gold flaking on it. Because that gold, that like filling in or like that paint's it's gonna chip really, really quickly. All right, dinner for the first night is going to be at the Enchanted Garden here on deck 2. And the line to get in, kind of insane. So hopefully it's not like this every single night. Here is the Enchanted Garden for the night. And so, kind of here the menu we've got going on. So this is a very heavy on the seafood. So, but I definitely really want to try the lobster ravioli. I definitely think I'm just going to stick with the prime rib, honestly, because that's so good. So got the North Atlantic lobster ravioli, so 2 giant raviolis with lobster inside of it, and a tomato broth, and I'm very excited about it. I like the fact that just 2 giant raviolis. So here's my prime rib that I got. It has a twice baked potato. I'm good, thank you. So prime rib with a twice baked potato and some veggies underneath, and that gravy on top looks absolutely amazing. So here is our dessert menu for the night. You got a warm sticky date pudding, chocolate garden torta, orange almond cake, chocolate brownie sundae, and then the signature dessert, and then the no sugar added desserts. So here's the chocolate fudge brownie with peanut butter brownie bits, vanilla ice cream, and chocolate sauce in the middle. So I'm very excited for this. Also just very tired. There is a reason why I love to come out to the top decks late at night. The late night views are wonderful. Sometimes they do run a movie on the funnel vision. Doesn't look like it, but it does look like that they have the aqueduct still running a little bit per se. But still, very nice. So dinner was very, very good. Wasn't the best I've ever had, like on a Disney cruise, but it was very good as a whole. I really enjoyed it. The dessert was okay. It wasn't like 100% like great, and the meat was okay. Like I probably should have tried maybe get like the scallops or even the sea bass, something along those lines. Maybe just expand my horizons a little bit. Kayla really, really liked the chicken, and I always feel like every time I come on a Disney cruise, I'm like, I'm going to order something a little bit different than just meat every time. In the first 2 days, I never do good about that. So, but our servers though are amazing. These are actually servers that we were recommended to give them a try. Very, very like them a lot. So far, so good on that. I think it was a good choice to get them. Alright, so we are going to go ahead and call it from our embarkation day here on the Disney Dream of our Marvel Day at Sea cruise. Very good day, very chaotic day, to be honest. Like I said, we didn't get to spend much time in the port like we wanted to. And then pretty much from the time we got onto the ship until really our room was ready, we kind of ran around, and then pretty much we had like an hour where we didn't do much, and then we ran around. So it was a very kind of hectic day. I do apologize for the hecticness. Tomorrow, hopefully, we should have a little bit more consistency in our schedule, because tomorrow is a full day at sea, which means all day at sea. Tomorrow is also Marvel Day at Sea, which means everything Marvel we could think of. So good morning, everyone, and welcome back to our Disney Dream Vacation. Welcome back to day 2, and welcome to Marvel Day at Sea. So today is a full day at sea, but to help us entertain us during our entire day at sea, today is all Marvel all day long. So we have multiple meet and greets today with different Marvel characters. But what's even more exciting is today at 12:30, we have brunch at Palo. Now, out of our 5 cruises, this is the first time we will be eating at Palo. We're super excited. It is also my mom's birthday today, so it's gonna be a great celebration. It's gonna be a very long day. It is 6:30 in the morning. Probably won't go to bed till like 11 tonight, but because it's Marvel Day at Sea, stage show and fireworks tonight. So we're gonna have all of that. Came up to this top deck to check out the sunrise. We'll show you that. And we have some breakfast coming to the room. We'll show you that as well. But make sure you haven't done so, you are subscribed, leave a like, and welcome to day 2 on the Disney Dream Marvel Day at Sea. So here, kind of in the early morning, you got the sun rising behind us as we are still working our way to Cozumel, Mexico. But this is probably one of the coolest, it's like one of the best views you can get because the toothpaste is all nice and lit up. They've got some of the lights going on the aqueduct, which we definitely have to do that for sure at some point. But just kind of looking out over the ocean at the sunrise. Very peaceful early morning. I will say one of the interesting things that has changed on the Dream. So the Disney Dream just came out of dry dock, less than 6 months ago? And they actually converted the front funnel. So this used to be a teenage kids club. It has now been transformed transformed into the Dreams Tower Suite, which, if you remember us talking about on the Wish and on the Treasure, the front funnel is pretty much just a giant, like two-story apartment for like someone to stay in. And so this whole entire tower is nothing but just one room that you can get on the ship, but it is very, very expensive. So one of the things you can do when you are on a Disney cruise is that you can actually have breakfast about 3 different ways, in a sense. So what I mean by that is you can actually order room service for breakfast, so that they have a little place card. I'll show you when we get down there, and then you can pick a time for when it's delivered. Now, this is not a full, it doesn't have eggs, bacon. It's like pastries, drinks, fruit, bagels. It's like just baked goods for it. So that's kind of what you have. But then at 7:30, Cabanas at the aft into the buffet opens for full breakfast, and it's open from like 7:30 to like 10:45. Or you can go down to one of the sit-down locations, which is usually going to be Royal Palace because it's in the middle of the ship. Royal Palace will be open for sit-down dining breakfast. So that is something you can go down and have. It has it's a little more fancier options. Has like more of your pancakes, more food made to order. And so we'll probably do breakfast a few times in the dining rooms because we really, really like breakfast in the dining rooms. And so right now we're waiting for us to go back down to the room because at 7 our stuff should be here, so I can be able to show you everything we're getting with our morning breakfast, if we don't get anything else actually. But we don't know if we're going to eat a whole lot because we do have our Palo brunch at 12:30, so we don't want to be overly full for that. So I'm really excited to have lunch or brunch at Palo, because brunch is apparently like the more popular option. Dinner's super fancy, it's good, but like Palo brunch is like the thing that everyone raves about. It's usually one of the first things that goes when you book a Disney cruise, and like they start opening up all the dining experiences. I'm going to tell you, the camera will not do it justice for seeing the sun rising right now, because there it is, just peeking over the horizon. But some of the color that has got it going is like, it's kind of rising actually, kind of very fast actually for what I thought it would be doing. Dang, oh my gosh. Like what, over a third of it's already up over the horizon. Wow. There's just something peaceful about being on a cruise ship in the morning, watching the sunrise as you're sailing along through the ocean as we head to a new port of call. Now, what is funny is that they've got the Marvel music is starting to play, and throughout the day, I think Friday, Tony Stark's like assistant, or the little voice in that he uses in the suits and everything, will play throughout the day or say stuff throughout the day. But you see, Cabanas is still not quite open yet for breakfast, but they have everything ready to go. So at 7:30 when they open, probably with a line of people waiting to eat, they can open up because they've got all the stuff already kind of out. But I laugh at the fact that they've got these like pull-up signs, and it's like Thanos, aka the big bad evil villain from the Avengers. So pretty much they came actually earlier than 7 o'clock because we walked up, they already had delivered everything. So you got we got 3 fruit bowls. Oh, sorry. I even got hot water because I wanted to have some hot chocolate this morning. And then usually my favorite thing. Oh no, they're not glazed like they usually are.
It kind of depends on the day.
I know. I usually like when they got like the black and white glazed ones. And of course, lots of chocolate milk, juices, everything else. So this stuff, like you said, you can order for breakfast, like to come to the room, so like room service style. We came down to Animator's Palette because we have a a time to come back to meet some of the Marvel characters from Guardians of the Galaxy. So I'm kind of hoping like it's like Star-Lord, maybe Groot, or something else like that, because I really like Star-Lord. He's my favorite character from the Marvel universe. So our meet and greet for the Guardians was with Star-Lord and Groot. So I'm going to put that picture up right here. We were going to have one for the Asgard, like for the meet and greet with Asgard, because we saw Loki. But when we went to go ask, this 1031 was actually going to be with Thor. So I'm a little disappointed because I really wanted to meet Loki, because I think Loki is one of my favorite Marvel characters there, just because of where he started to the end of his time on his show. So well, now we're just going to go walk around, see what we can find, see if there's any other characters out and about meeting and greeting, see what's going on. So what's really cool about, one, I love the cruise line for this reason. It's because characters just roam, so like Doctor Strange right there. So I just got to meet him because he's one of my favorite Marvel characters. So I'll put that picture of me and him right here. Kind of nice thing about the cruise line is that there is a lot going around. I will tell you, if you do go on a Marvel Day at Sea or anything that has like Pacific Day at Sea, be mindful the day that they do the full like Day at Sea thing, not much else is going to be happening. So there's not as much like general trivia or Disney trivia or any of that stuff. So just be mindful of that. So like today, we're just kind of walking around, taking it easy, relaxing. Tomorrow's going to be a really full day of trivia, character meet and greets, and all that other fun, good stuff. So up here on deck 11 at the deck pool, they've Casa del Tires, Pizza Luigi's Pizza, Tomators Grill, Ramon's Cantina, which actually this is very similar to like what they've got on the Treasure, where you can build your own tacos and your own bowls, which I'm definitely going to be eating here. And then they do have Fillmore's favorites, which is like sandwiches, fruit, bowls, and stuff like that. So lots of good options up here. And this is usually open starting around 10 o'clock, and it runs till about 6 o'clock. Pretty much you can come up to deck 13, up to the satellite pool space, aka the secondary adult-only area. And you can go all the way out. See the front of the ship right here. And what's really nice is we're not going horrendously fast. So it's not as windy up here as it usually is, like when you come up here. Now at night, they tend to pick up the speed a little bit, but just depending how quickly we get from place to place. But this is such a nice area. And what's really cool is they do have like areas you could sit right here and just take in the views as we are going through the ocean. So one of the things to be mindful of is that because we do have a day at sea, everyone on the ship is still on the ship. So like the pool decks are very busy today. There's also not a lot of other things happening like trivia, other things, because it is all Marvel heavy. So if you're a big Marvel fan, this is a great day. But for like the general public who's not a big Marvel fan, it's kind of a day where they're gonna swim, they're gonna ride the aqueduct, they're gonna, just hang out and just relax. So like that's kind of, we're at that kind of vibe today. Like I said, we do a Palo at 12:30. It's 11:15 right now. I wanted to lay down for just a few minutes just to kind of catch up on some sleep, and then head out to Palo, have some brunch, show you guys all that experience. So, but yeah, just be mindful because we are on a full capacity ship cruise, which kind of sucks. Kind of hoped it wouldn't be that much, but we are going into spring break, so it doesn't help with the situation. So, oh well, but a little break, then in about an hour, we'll head on up to Palo. So we are finally eating brunch at Palo, and there is a lot happening. So you have the antipasta selections. There's two of them. They do have eggs of different types, waffles and pancakes. They have from our pizza stone oven, soups, and then different entrees. There's so much happening. So here is the antipasta, which is more like a charcuterie board with meats, different cheeses, and olives and stuff. And you get that out of the way before Kayla grips into it. Then they give us like a croissant and like it's sort of a pastry board of sorts. Then two different types of pizzas. I think this is the house special today. And then that is the spicy Italian sausage pizza today as well. And then they gave us a seafood plate with the ahi tuna, salmon, a mussel, a lemon drizzled shrimp, and a large crab claw or lobster claw. So here's the Parmesan crusted chicken on top of a like creamy rice risotto.
Right now.
And then the lasagna bolognese.
Exactly.
I'm really excited about this. So now we've got the dessert menu, and I already know what I'm getting right off the bat. But there's all sorts of different things.
The berries.
Oh.
The berries.
This is the sticky toffee.
On a scoop.
Like apple cinnamon. And then, I can't remember what that is exactly. Terracotta with a little butterfly on it. And then the fondant lava.
Panna cotta.
There's a lot of anacondas around it.
You're right, anaconda's a
Snake.
She can say you can't have anyone.
I told her there's more in the kitchen. That's really good.
This is so cool. So this chandelier has 365 different pastas and sauces, and it's supposed to look like an upside down pasta plate. You can also eat under the same plate. Okay, Palo brunch is a 100% worth the money to do. So the thing about it was $50 a person for brunch, but the amount of food we got and the service, I would have anticipated that being so much more. We were joking and saying that if you were on land going to a restaurant, sit down and everything, that would have been close to $300 to $400. And the fact that it was $50 a head, not going to be mad about it. I will say the lasagna was good, but Kayla's Parmesan chicken was one of the best things I've ever had on a Disney cruise. That was so stinking good. And they had two different types of pizza. They had a house pizza that had gorgonzola, grapes, something else on it, I can't remember. That had such a good taste to it that I was not expecting it, but the dough apparently is not quite fully gluten-free, but it's an Italian flour that helps with the gluten. If you have gluten allergies or you're sensitive to gluten, it actually helps with that. And then the spicy Italian pizza was amazing. Like, it was wood-fired. You could tell it was very cheesy. It was very tasty. And then the desserts. Holy moly, those desserts were so good. The fondant that I had, which was like the lava cake, was very chocolatey, very, very rich. Probably a little more richer than I probably should have had, but you know what? I am okay with it. It was still so good. On a side note, the tuna that came with it, my dad ended up having close to, I think, 7 or 8 pieces of tuna. He said it's probably one of the best things he's had on the ship so far. And he said it was perfectly cooked, had a great crust. But overall, that was a fantastic brunch. So now, it's nap time. All that food, I need to sleep, I need a nap, I need to rest for a little bit before we have to do more Marvel Day at Sea stuff. So time to go take a nap, change out of these clothes, into something a little more comfortable. So after a nice 2-hour break, we came down to deck 3 to check out something with guest services. And right now you have all of the Disney characters currently meeting. So like you have Mickey and Minnie up there meeting, they're dressed up. You do have Daisy and Donald over here. I do know Goofy and Pluto are over in this little area as well, but they are almost done meeting for the time being, because they do need to get ready for their huge on-deck celebration for Marvel Day at Sea, which starts at 7:30. And so that's something that we got to keep in mind, that they will have specialty stuff. They won't be wearing their normal costumes. So it's kind of something also it's kind of cool though, because there's so many people dressed up for Marvel Day at Sea. I really wish that if I had the effort or the time, I would have maybe dressed up. So something of interest to note that if you do feel like you need a little bit of certain types of meds, you can actually go up to guest services and actually get a little bit of it. So like mine and Kayla's allergies are absolutely just acting up like crazy. We don't know why, but we went up to the guest services and they actually gave us a little bit of Benadryl, not a lot. But now what also that's going to mean is that they're gonna put it towards our stateroom, and now they're going to ask every single day, how are we doing? How are we doing? How are we feeling? Because when you go to guest services to get that stuff, they leave a note on your file, and then they're just going to keep checking, which is fine because they want to make sure that you're okay. But it just makes me laugh that that's like they have to do that because that's just part of their procedures, and also just make sure that you're still good as well. I think it's a little bit better time to come check out some of the stuff in Sea Treasures and stuff, because it's not quite as busy in the gift shops like it was yesterday when we were walking around. So they do have Disney Cruise Line Spirit jerseys. And so these are just like generic ones, nothing related back to the Dream. Lots of just generic cruise line hats as well. Or just generic stuff as well. Like, it's really cool things. Like, look, there's no Spirit jersey. It's just cruise line. It's interesting again. They've really gone all out with the Spirit jerseys now, because they used to just have the one for the cruise line itself, but now they've got like a million different designs for the cruise line. I do like the backpack. This backpack is actually really cute. And of course, it would not be Disney merchandise if you did not have some sort of Dooney and Burke. So there's just a generic theme park one right there with the Walt Disney World, Disneyland, Mickey and Minnie. But then you do have a cruise line Dooney and Burke, which I think is saying it's $290 for that one. Then they have a backpack version of the same one right here. The wallet, which is still $185. The backpack is $268. Wow. But then they got a different design right here. A different, like, this is like a shoulder bag one, which is $228. The wallet, which is $188. Big shoulder bag, which those are also going to be $290 as well. But really cool design. The big thing about Dooney and Burke's is make sure that whenever you do buy one, you always want to make sure that you have the placements are good, make sure that everything looks good, because the patterns can change from purse to purse or bag to bag. We will, I think, at some point come back to Penelope's to actually get something, maybe like at some point during the cruise. But it's not right now. So I mean, it's only the first full day we're on the ship, but we still got a few more days. But I always love that we can walk through cabanas, like the way that this is designed to get to the aft elevators from deck 11. You have to walk through cabanas this way, and then get to the elevators that way. So you kind of get to walk through and see it. I do always love walking by the tile mosaic right here of Nemo, Mr. Ray, all the friends, Dory's. This is so cool. But also it's really cool, like checking out all these sand castles for each of the theme parks at all around the world. They even have Hong Kong, they have Tokyo, they even have Shanghai's, Disneyland, and of course the Magic Kingdom. Also, it tells you what time it is at each one of those locations as well. It's the little things I really enjoy. Well, kind of like Florida, being out in the Caribbean right now, the weather can just be kind of turn any time. A little bit of a rainstorm came through just now. As you can see, it actually is still raining. But luckily for us, we want to go swimming, and so that's fine. And also do the aqueduct. But also look, you got Captain America, Sam Wilson, and Black Widow hanging out over there. All right, now it's time for us to go do the aqueduct really quick, because there is no line, because everyone is either at first dining or they don't want to be out here because of the rain. Yep. Perfect, thank you. So they currently have a show going on the upper deck. So I'm going to head up there to the pool deck and see what is going on. But we did ride the Aqua Mouse earlier. Lots of fun. Aqua Duck. Lots of fun. So let's go see what's going on up there, and then heading off for dinner. Again, at Enchanted Garden tonight. Marvel themed menu.
Just like the whole, Donald knows that time can be physical, but it can also be mental too. Like knowing when not to let it all out. Right, Donald? And Daisy, you look ready to finish the job, just like the always reliable Black Widow. You can count on me. And just like Black Widow, Daisy values determination.
Which means believing you can do anything you set your mind to and not letting anything stand in your way.
Well said. Now, for Donald's move, we're all going to show off the strength of our muscles. So, flex those biceps and scream smash! Now let's show off our determination by pumping our arms if we're running to save the day. And as we run, we're all gonna yell zoom! Are we ready?
Zoom! 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 Zoom!
Wow! I sure wouldn't stand in your way.
Ooh, way to show off that determination!
Now, I think this team can accomplish anything. That's right. Now, this super fan knows that sometimes you gotta run before you can walk. So, on the count of 3, let's all call out assemble. Ready? 1, 2, 3, assemble! It's
What do you think, folks?
You sure do. Now, Goofy and Iron Man both understand the importance of saving the future to make the world a better place. Whether that's through cool invention or just being cool.
Do not forget a mighty Thor!
Oh, goody! Look at your Chip! I just thought of something. If Chip's here being all boorish, doesn't that mean that Loki can't be far behind?
Did somebody say Riley?
It's Loki! I mean, Dale.
So hopefully that's not how busy it's going to be for the show tonight, because tonight they're doing something similar, but so this was Mickey and friends doing this. Now what I'm hoping is that for this is a lot of the families with little kids were doing this show so that they can go to bed, because the show later tonight has all the Avengers, not Mickey and friends dressed up, but the actual Avengers, and fireworks, which will be shot off the starboard side of the ship. So that means when we go up, we need to be on the port side of the ship, so the left side if you're looking forward, just so that we can get a good view of the fireworks. Okay, so one of my favorite things is if you walk down this hallway. So this hallway goes from the atrium down to Animator's Palette, but as you walk down, you have some original sketch work of many like princesses to like other characters. Oh, Tiana, love Princess Tiana. There's Aurora. You got Snow White and her 7 little friends, as she calls it last night. Cinderella, Jasmine, but I do love that it kind of like gets you ready to go down to do Animator's Palette and everything of that nature. So as far as we only get to eat Animator's Palette once, and it's on the very last night. Here's the Royal Palace, and this is one of the other locations for dining at night. And so this is one of the ones we'll go to. This is another one that we will actually do 2 nights in a row. Now we really wanted Animator's Palette twice and only like this once, but we really wanted our servers that we have instead. So we're on their schedule, and so it's all good. But we'll still get to have some good food. Hopefully very good food, because Disney food is always very good. The second night dinner is going to be at Enchanted Garden, but tonight is a Marvel themed dinner, so it'll be really fun to do this. So our Marvel Day at Sea menu. They do have specialty drinks, appetizers as well, with the bread selection being a marble bread with red pepper dipper. The main menu, we'll try to get this open. Lots of things. So roasted cod fillet, or meatball and pasta, corn-fed chicken, beef tenderloin, and then, even though we're not quite there yet, the desserts. So this is a marble rye bread. I just like the red. It's supposed to be like marble. I kind of tore it apart, but I didn't really see it. But interesting. So here is the chicken peri-peri with a, I can't remember what the salsa is on the bottom and then cilantro on the top, but this looks very good. I got the mule nor meatballs and pasta. So it has regular penne pasta with some meatballs, some sauce, and some broccoli. And he's already put some Parmesan cheese on it. So here I've got the cheesecake with the peanut crust, pecan crust with the caramel drizzles, and then a piece of cake because my mom ended up getting a cake for her birthday, which is actually one of our little things we got her before we got onto the ship.
I've prepared quite a party for you. You just enjoy yourselves and don't worry about a thing because it looks like smooth sailing.
Greetings, everyone. I am Friday, an advanced artificial intelligence system created by Tony Stark, and your virtual host this evening. The Stark Expo will begin in just a few moments. Thank you.
This is so exciting. Now, I was able to get the inside scoop and found out that today's presentation will feature technology that allows us to see into other multiverses. Now, the multiverse is a complex theory, but we have a few experts here to help explain it all. Please welcome the Sorcerer Supreme Long and his acolyte, America Chavez.
Hello. Hola, everyone.
Thank you, Miss Anderson. We can assure you that the multiverse is very real.
Absolutely. I've been traveling between them ever since I was a little kid.
You're still a kid.
Well, this kid is able to punch star-shaped portals into other multiverses.
That sounds impressive.
Indeed, it is. Especially knowing that there are millions of universes or multiverses out there. Some similar, some very different, all existing at the same time.
Exactly. I was in this one universe where red lights meant go, and green lights meant stop.
Oh, so you're saying there could be a multiverse where people similar to us are getting ready to watch the same event right now?
Totally.
Possibly, yes, with some slight variance.
Maybe even a different version of you.
Really? Another version of me? Well, thank you, Long in America.
No problem.
Our pleasure. So, when is this going to air?
Oh, they're live.
Should have set my DVR.
I told you you don't have to DVR.
Wow, the multiverse sounds fascinating. And thinking about another version of yourself is just wild to think about. Now, to cover every angle of the presentation, we have multiple camera feeds throughout the ship, so you'll be able to capture the action no matter where it is. Let me just check into the control room and make sure everything is set. Carl, how are we looking?
Amber, we are looking good. Checking the camera feeds one last time. Camera 1 is good. Camera 2 was good. Camera 3 and 4. 4. Perfect. Camera 5 looks good. Camera 6 looks good. Camera 6? Hey, what's your name? It's Peter Parker, sir. That's right, I can never remember that. Picture shot. Oh, sorry. Camera 6, all set. Okay, Amber, all feeds are set. We are ready to go.
All right, everyone, let's count down. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And now, please welcome the man of the hour, an innovator ahead of his time, technological genius, and your host for tonight's thrilling event, the incomparable Tony Stark.
passengers. Iron Man is officially on deck. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Now, who's excited to be here? That's what I thought. Because tonight is going to change your life. First, of course, there's me. Can't say I ever get tired of that. Next, we're going to be introducing some technology that is really going to blow your mind. And finally, I may have invited a few friends. Would you like to meet them? First, these two have made giant steps in the microscopic world and are responsible for the technology you are going to witness today. From PIM Technologies, my friends and colleagues, Hope Van Dyne and Scott Lang.
Hey everyone!
We'll be down in a minute.
Or should I say, Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, I feel like I'm in a rock band.
Next, we have a true patriot and our symbol of freedom, Sam Wilson, or as we all know it, Captain America. What's up, everyone? Wow, I was kind of expecting you to show off your fancy wings, Sam.
Well, I didn't want to outdo your entrance, Tony. Wings in the shot, huh?
You're just mad you don't have wings.
So true.
All right, settle down. The ultimate multiverser. Using PIM technology and their knowledge of the quantum realm and my expertise of time variables and outcomes, we are now able to use the multiverser to bend time and space to experience infinite multiverses. Pretty fantastic, right?
Yeah, none of that sounded like a good idea.
Well, that's because it's a great idea. Come on, what's the issue?
Well, I can name about a dozen bad guys who would want to get their hands on this thing.
And that's exactly why I have you here, to back me up. Now, who's ready to experience other multiverses, huh?
I heard yes.
We would love this.
All right, who invited the villainous track team?
Give us the device and nobody gets hurt, bro.
Yeah, who's gonna hurt us? You, bro? Oh, yes, very big time.
Kate Bishop?
Who are you calling goon?
You're the goon, bro.
Good to see you, kid. Is Hawkeye going to join us?
Oh, he said he needed some away from Tony time.
That's it. No Christmas card this year.
Hey, Iron Bro.
Oh, I'm sorry. The heroes were talking.
Are you going to give us the device?
Here's your answer.
Hey, nice shot, Merida.
You will regret this.
Aw, you're leaving? I was hoping you were going to do some breakdancing. Warning you, several hostiles have made their way onto the ship.
Oh, you didn't tell me they multiplied. Hey, Cap, you up for a team up, or do you only work with Barnes?
We're not exclusive.
I'm coming too.
Hey, the more the merrier. Sorry, everyone, we are going to have to break away from our regularly scheduled program, so keep your eyes peeled.
Let's split up.
Let's ride, Marie Antoinette.
This is Amber Anderson with the Daily Bugle, and it looks like the Disney dream has been boarded by a gang known as the Tracksuit Mafia. And they, oh, hey, get off me! Hey, it's the boss! Thanks!
No problem. Love your segments.
Thanks! Let's follow the action.
Okay, I am so over this. Yeah, you tell Kingpin I'm not interested in sharing my stuff. Everyone okay?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Mosquito, I brought friends this time. Ready for a rematch?
You know it. He's fine. We'll take care of this.
It's mine! No, it's not! I got it! I got it! No. Hey, look at that! I think it's fine. What's going on?
Would you like to meet them? First, one of our freshest heroes. She's strong, she's luminous, and she takes more video than anyone I know. Please welcome Ms. Marvel. This is what I was talking about.
Nice. It's for my film.
Are you done?
Oh, one more.
Stop! Kid, what are you doing here? I'm in the middle of an introduction. Next, we have a master of martial arts. He's fought villains, slayed demons. Hey, he's even tamed dragons. Here he is, Shang-Chi.
Hey! Thanks for having me. The ship has been great. Looking forward to checking out crazy karaoke later. Anyone else?
Ooh, I will.
Karaoke? No, I'm more of a bingo guy myself.
Wait, where's Ant-Man and the Wasp? And Captain America?
Kid, what are you talking about? You really need to pipe down right now. You're throwing off my groove. And finally, it is a privilege to introduce from Wakanda, King T'Challa, the Black Panther. Wakanda! Good to see you again, Your Highness.
You too, Tony. Hello, my friends.
Smile.
All right, now, who's ready for me to introduce my latest tech?
Biggest tech. That's it. Mr. Stark.
What is it? I don't even have you on my schedule.
Oh, yeah, sorry. That's because I'm from another multiverse.
Another multiverse?
Yeah, you see, this was all happening the same way in my universe. And after you introduced the ultimate multiverser...
Wait, the ultimate what now?
Multiverser. You built it with Ant-Man and the Wasp to peer into other multiverses.
Oh yeah, you're definitely from another world, kid. So, is that the multiverser thing?
Yeah, it started acting crazy after it blew up.
Wait, it blew up?
I kind of dropped it. Now it's zapping me into other worlds.
That's so cool.
We had better get him back home. This kind of technology would be dangerous in the wrong hands.
You're right! Any second now, a group called the Tracksuit Mafia is going to attack your presentation.
Warning. Several hostiles are invading the ship.
Those don't look like tracksuits.
The task force.
That means Taskmaster is not far behind.
Shall we?
If you think you can keep up.
Challenge accepted. Shang-Chi, would you mind holding down the fort?
What about us?
Are you still a genius in your world?
Yes, sir.
Good. Then see what you can do to get yourself home. And you, keep an eye on him. And don't stay up past your bedtime.
I don't have a bedtime. Can we do this fast because I do have a bedtime.
Esta es Alma Anderson.
Hay caos por todos lados.
El Taskmaster y el Task Force han atacado el Disney Tree y están tratando de robar la última tecnología que Tony Stark. Don't mess with me! I'm from the 309, baby! Let's get you back to the action.
Okay, that takes care of them. Everyone else good?
We're doing good here.
You spoke too soon.
Did I? What the? Hey! Oops. Sorry about that. That guy overboard?
How's the multi thingy?
Good. I may have figured out the coordinates to getting back to my world.
Great. Good luck, kid.
Something.
Oh, and by the way, tell my other self he's looking good.
Here goes nothing. Okay, that doesn't sound so good. Everyone stand back!
Please welcome your host for the Wakanda Design Expo, head of the Wakanda Design Group, Shuri.
I thought you'd like that. Greetings, everyone. I'm thrilled to be here tonight. And honestly, so should you. Because I have something very special. Something that will change the world. And to celebrate, I've invited some friends along. So, who's ready to see who I brought with me this evening? That's what I like to hear. From the far reaches of space and saviors of the universe, numerous time. They are the guardians of the galaxy.
It's good to be back again. Laura, these are nice words.
Hello, it's lovely to be here.
Oh, that was good. I'm proud of you. What about you, Brute? Oh yeah, they do look like a fun crowd, don't they? What do you say? Are you a fun crowd?
I'll accept that challenge.
Sure.
Jay, what are you doing here? I'm here to fight Loki.
But I was here to fight Loki.
Oh, listen to us just going on.
Where you are.
Oh, yes. This ends here and now, Loki.
Perhaps you better run home now, little concern.
No, please stay. Yes, please stay.
Be smart, brother.
Always want.
This is Andrew Anderson with the data and chaos has broken loose at the Wakanda Design Group Expo. Loki and Nebula have appeared with several Sakoran soldiers today. Thank you!
My pleasure.
Thank you, back to reaction.
It's mine.
Where are you? Come on! I thought I was trying to get through on the opposite. We ran into these guys! I am good.
You can ride the dust thing after putting out the cigar.
Good job. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like.
Hey, kid. Where'd you run off to?
It's just dark. Am I home?
No, Wanda. He brought his friends.
I have friends too.
No more games, Wanda.
Hawkeye! Black Widow? Captain America?
Sam. You too, Steve. It's been a while.
I'm liking the new look, Sam.
Yeah, you know, it's not bad.
Hey, the buffet's still open?
Not sure, but there's a nice spread of evildoers right there.
All right, that works too.
Wanda, let's talk this through. Well, we'll see about that. Step to the honors tap. Avengers, assemble!
The stage show was good. The only problem was there was times where you couldn't hear some of them talking very well, but the amount of characters though that they had was very impressive. From all the way from both Captain America, Steve Rogers, and Sam Wilson, and then all the way to Spider-Man, Wanda, Doctor Strange, Shang-Li, all of them. That was so cool to see that. And then the fireworks, as usual, fantastic, a lot of fun. I do like the Pirates one a lot more, but still very cool. Overall, very good day. Today we kind of started off on a high, got to Palo, ate, and then the rest of the afternoon was very much spent relaxing and recovering from all of the food we ate, because we ate a lot of food from Palo. So, but either way, it was a very relaxed day. Tomorrow, we are at Cozumel. Make it off shift for a little bit, but tomorrow's gonna be a day hanging out, checking out the Disney Dream. Just some priorities we needed to get to Cozumel, so we will do that as well. So we'll show you a little bit of that shopping district space. But overall, tomorrow should be a lot of trivia, lots of things to do, maybe meet some more characters and everything else. So overall, it was a fantastic day at sea, Marvel day at sea, but it is late. It is now 11:04 at night. I need to go to bed. No early rise tomorrow though, so we should be able to take it easy tomorrow morning before we start moving and everything. So with all that being said though, as we do head out from a really fantastic day on our second day here on the Disney Dream, we will see y'all tomorrow. Good morning everyone, and welcome to day 3 of our Disney Dream cruise vacation. Today we are at Cozumel, Mexico. You can see we were already starting to pull into port this morning. It is about 7 o'clock already in the morning. I've been up since about 5:30, but I'm kind of hanging out, watch a quick movie. But now that it's 7 a.m., I woke up, I'm up, I'm super hungry this morning. So we're gonna head on up to Cabanas, get a quick little snack of some sorts, and then another day. So like I said, today we are going to just be hanging around the ship, checking everything out, maybe take a little quick trip to the little market they have here at Cozumel. Make sure you haven't done so, make sure you're subscribed, leave a like, and welcome to day 3 of our Disney Dream vacation. I really want to quickly run up to deck 11, so we'll go in through Cabanas. But I just want to go up and see if I can see us pulling in to Cozumel this morning. Kind of see that view, and then we'll kind of do a quick little run through Cozumel, of Cabanas, to show you guys what they have for breakfast and stuff in the mornings. Let me grab a little bit of something to snack on while I wait for everyone else to get up, because I think we'll go do sit down, so I won't eat a full meal, but at least I'll go check what's there. So you can see right over here, we got Cozumel that we are pulling into right now. I do know for Disney, we do go up to the little port that is over here to the left. There is another bigger port off to the right, kind of off to this area over here, that some of the bigger cruise ships go to, or some more of the other cruise ships like Royal, Carnival, and stuff like that. This one is kind of more themed, is more for Disney, Norwegian. That's usually who will dock here. We get priority here over the other location. It does look like they are setting up for another full day of people being on the ship. Now, I am hoping maybe not as many people will be up here, because yesterday, watching the, looking at the deck, at I don't know, 10:30, it was fairly busy up here. So, but I love the fact that we are now finally no longer in open ocean, and we are now heading into a port of call. Even though we're not going to be doing anything per se for this port of call. Like we originally had a couple of things we wanted to potentially do, but decided afterwards we just want to enjoy the ship a little bit more. Oh, you can see we're kind of making a little left turn and head on in. All right, so we've kind of hung around up here a little bit. Let's go down to Cabanas, show you guys what there is to offer, and then you get a little snack as well before our room service shows up at 8 a.m. And then maybe from there we will probably go down and have breakfast at one of the sit-down restaurants this morning. But kind of our world, it's up to an ocean. It's the great thing about cruising. Kind of just take it little by little as you want. All right, so you come on in, you have both Sun's breakfast, which you got some eggs, bacon, sausage, some varieties of muffin from bran, walnut, blueberry, chocolate chip, to different pastries of custard pastries, cinnamon roll, chocolate puffs, which would be more like a chocolate croissant, raspberry pastry. We have a multi-grain croissant, regular croissants. Morning, toasted English muffins, toasted bagels, toast, whole wheat toast. Got yourself some pancakes. You've got regular buttermilk, you got chocolate chip, blueberry, Mickey waffles. Then you've got some Florence egg Benedict, and then some regular eggs Benedict with the Holland sauce on the side. Some more eggs, hash browns. Then you got some French toast, which sounds delicious right now. Turkey sausage, more crispy pork bacon, got some corned beef hash, and then a little bit of breakfast of the world, some cream cheese, smoked salmon, smoked trout, smoked gravlax, some egg fried rice. And then you do have some places where you can have make yourself some yogurt, different mix-ins and everything if you would like. Then you do have some assortment of cereals, yogurts, milks of all sorts. And they got some sliced deli meats and stuff. Some more yogurts, parfaits. Got lots of rolls, some more muffins and everything. You got omelets. So still lots of stuff you have. Donuts, which I'm always obsessed with. And then at the very back, they do have a place where you can get specialty coffee right here. So, and it's the same on both sides. So if you go to one side, the same, next other side is still the same as well. All right, after getting some breakfast and everything else, we decided we're gonna take a little hop off of the ship, head into the shopping area of Punta Lagosta for just a little bit to see what there is, and then probably head back around noon, 12:30 for that. Don't spend a whole lot of time because this is like one of those ports where we didn't have an excursion planned or anything else really planned, but always forget how massive these ships are. And this is considered not even like that big of a ship in comparison to other cruise lines out there. I'll say it's nice that we are the only ship docked over in the Punta Lagosta space today. We did see 2 Carnivals and 2 Royals go over to the other area, which we've never been at that area because every time we've come, but the difference this time is that they docked the ship facing as we're going to leave later today. Most of the other times we've come in, they've had us come in and facing with the port side. And so that's actually it was kind of interesting coming in because they came in and we turned around and then docked this way. So usually I think it's probably based around if like, depending on how the wind's going to be, how is the tide and all that stuff, maybe it's just easier doing it that way where you can come in, be docked with the starboard side of the ship with the port facing out, which is cool because we actually got to see the ocean, we got to see other ships coming in as well. So here's Punta Lagosta. This is the outdoor shopping space that is here within the port itself. So there's Senor Frogs. So Senor Frogs is a big place because it's got the Mexican food, it's got drinks, but it's also a big thing because it's got it's got Wi-Fi. Same thing with the Starbucks. The Starbucks right here has Wi-Fi. So if you're looking for Wi-Fi, you can find those places. And a lot of these other places do also have Wi-Fi as long as you pay for you pay for food and stuff. But so you can, if you do want to get a taxi, you can get a taxi right down in this space. There's all these guys who are looking, if you want to get a taxi or anything. So if you're looking to get anywhere else outside of this, like you're not on an excursion, they'll be able to pick one up right here. They'll take you wherever you need to go to. No matter what, every time we have stopped at Cozumel, we have took a little break here at the Starbucks because it does provide Wi-Fi and they don't have to technically get anything for it. So we always stop, kind of sit outside a little bit, weren't spending much time in the market or the shopping space as a whole because it's just not a lot, and we just kind of want to enjoy the ship a little bit more since it should be a lot less hectic than it is with when we are doing a day at sea. I will say, if you ever come into Cozumel and you see the Plaza de Fiesta downtown, always stop in there. They got some really good stuff in there every time. They usually have like candies, they've got cool drinks, food, like it's more like a supermarket style with souvenir stuff as well. But it's kind of bummed because over in this area over here, like to the left over here, they always had a really cool picture spot where it had the Cozumel sign says Cozumel, and then it had a swing hanging from it, but the swing's no longer there. And like last time we came, we actually took a picture there as well. So, but yeah, didn't want to spend too long. Didn't really need anything here. So back up to the ship we go. So like it's nothing against Cozumel and like the Punta Lagosta, the like port here, because it's a cool port and it's really cool to see things and like you get to maybe buy things you might need. Like my dad wanted to get some Mexican vanilla, so he ended up getting a 3-pack of it here at the duty-free shop right before you get onto the ship. But they are very pushy, so just be mindful that when you do come here, they can be kind of pushy. So like if they say, oh, here's a bracelet, they will literally put it on your wrist tight and you have to pay for it right there. So just be mindful of that. It is cool, like if you could do some of the excursions, or if you've been here enough, you know what to go. Like we were planning on actually doing something that was not through Disney, but at the end of the day, we decided against it because we also knew that the ship will be a lot emptier today, so we wanted to enjoy the ship a little bit as well. But really, we wanted to just get off the ship just for a little bit. Plus, some of the pictures I've taken of the ship are some of the best because the blue water of the Mexican water out here, outside of the port, is beautiful, so it really makes the ship look absolutely stunning. So I'll put some of those pictures in throughout here. All right, so coming back up to the Disney Dream, looks like a lot of people are still making their way off. A lot of people are on excursions today. We were planning, like I said, to do an excursion, but we decided last minute not to, and we've kind of spent a little bit of time off the ship as necessary. Got some very pretty views of the ship itself, but the aqueduct is running now. Gonna go check on Kayla because she's still not feeling very good. Then maybe get some lunch, maybe at Cabanas. So we'll check out what they have at lunch for Cabanas as well. Also, it's just insane to me how clear the water is, like how blue this water is. Looks amazing. It looks very crystal clear. Looks like you just jump right in. It's like very refreshing. But when we do get to Castaway Key later, we'll be able to get to the back. We'll be able to see Sorcerer Mickey and the brooms on the back. Kind of hoping to get a little bit closer to the Disney Dream sign at the very front. So you can kind of see, so you see the portholes right here. So those are going to be for your ocean view staterooms on decks 2 and 3. Actually, no, just on deck 2, because deck 3 is nothing but the atrium and 2 of the 3 dining locations as well. The little ones here on the bottom are actually where the crew is most of the time. But you can see how many verandas are just on the ship as a whole. It's like 60 to 70% of the ship has veranda staterooms. Not a lot of inside staterooms or really even ocean staterooms. So it's kind of a perspective of, yeah, the inside rooms are cheaper, but how much quicker those can go if you're looking to book a cruise on Disney. The ship now feels very, very empty right now, and I actually kind of enjoy it. It's kind of the nice feeling of not having a million people on top of you. Also, just love looking around at the atrium, especially the chandelier they've got. So cool. So lunch at Cabanas always has one of the big things with the crab claws and the shrimps. It's always all served super cold. Then you got deep sea subs and sandwiches. So you've got, corn dog nuggets, french fries, some sliced pistachio, grilled pork loin, chive and sour onions, grilled steaks. You got a daikon carrot bok choy with ginger, egg fried rice, so right there. Grilled tilapia with lemon and herb. Rolls. Got some pasta. You got some plain pasta with some tomato sauce, some sticky rice, cut corn. You got chicken pot pie, mac and cheese, some more corn dogs, and pizza right here at the end. Okay, this is what I'm starting with. Got a couple slices of pizza, some of this pasta, little steak, little mashed potatoes. But you know what you can't beat? Look at the view we have sitting here. This looks absolutely stunning. Said you got the blue, wonderful blue water, looking over the Punta Lagosta terminal, and just the rest of Cozumel. It's a very pretty city, actually, though. If you're wondering, lunch at Cabanas actually was very good. There was quite a very large selection of stuff, from the crab cakes, crab legs we saw, peel and eat shrimp, to pizza, some pasta, some steak, some potatoes. They even had like an area where they can make like almost tacos or quesadillas, like kind of a Mexican area. They said that area tends to change out throughout the week, throughout the days. So what they have there may change from time to time. But now we are heading up to go do some swimming because the ship is actually fairly empty right now. So we want to go up, take advantage of that time. So I kind of walked into Evolutions because we were trying to come down for the friendship bracelets, but I got done at 2:45, and then they spilled all of the beads just now. But this is a really cool lounge because like all of the stuff on the walls like changes colors. This is actually one of my favorites, that they have like trivia and stuff that's come in here, because it's a lot of fun to come in here, sit, check everything out. It's one of the bigger lounges. It's kind of like it's like the D lounge size, but a little bit cooler. All right, if you want a trick, what we're gonna do is we're gonna come over to the drink station. We're gonna come over here. We're gonna grab a cold cup. No, fill it with ice cream first. Go to the ice cream, fill this up with a little bit of vanilla ice cream. Then we'll go back, fill up some soda, and make ourselves our own version of a Coke float. I think I put too much in. Oh well. And just like that, you made your own Coke float that you can have. Now, I'm not like on the Treasure. I think you could get it in a cup, but you got to bring them the cup. But this is one of the things that we like to do every time on the cruise, because it's very much like you still get your ice cream, but you get something a little different. Down to deck 4, because we need to head to Evolutions, which we were just at earlier. Is it Evolution? Oh no, it's Pub 687. So we came down to Pub 687, which actually works out really well, because the two things we really want to do right now is we want to do the wind chimes right now, which we are doing right now, is actually doing that, and then Disney Parks Trivia Level 1. Now, when we did this last time, Level 1 was way harder than I wanted it to be, but we've also done like Level 3, we've done Level 2, and Level 3 is just impossible. They ask you like super specific names, so I'm interested to see how we do with this one. So we'll kind of show you how we build our wind chimes, and then see how we do on our trivia. I won't show you the questions because I don't like showing those off, but what I will do is I will give you one of the harder questions to see if you guys know the answers to it once we get those questions. So here is the finale, or like the finished product of our wind chime. The only downside is Kayla said they didn't have red, so we couldn't paint the stacks the right color. But I do like how it kind of turned out. I didn't know how it was going to work at first, but once it got going, once it got moving, it worked out really well. So we're going to something nice and fun to have from the cruise. So instead of doing theme park trivia, we decided actually let's go on up, get a snack. I'm going to show you Ramon's Cantina, which has the bowls and the tacos. First we're going to drop off our wind chimes in a room, but I just want to show you that because I was one of my favorite things on the Treasure was Donald's Cantina, where they had the bowls, burritos, and tacos as well. I just want to show it again. Just look how blue the water is right now. Like, it is insane how blue it is. I mean, it doesn't feel real. Oh, look, it's called the Aqua Dream 4. Only downside is we're currently on the side where the sun is setting, so and we'll leave about the time the sun is pretty much starting to set, so that will be kind of a cool view we'll get. But in about an hour and a half, we will be setting off from Cozumel and making our way back out to another day at sea before ultimately ending up at Castaway Key, the highlight of this trip. So here are the tacos I ended up getting. I got one with chicken, one with beef. Got some of the veggies on top, and then some rice, cheese, sour cream, and some chipotle sauce to go on top. Took a little bit longer. This is one of the more popular options, so just be mindful of that. It took me about 5 minutes to get this. So, because it is Pirate Night, they did provide us with our bandanas. And Kayla was able to get me this cool Pirates of the Caribbean shirt. So I'm really excited about it, because I actually, for once, have something to wear for Pirate Night. I'm still not like the biggest fan of Pirate Night. Mostly it's the dinner menu that really kind of bums me out. But, it is what it is. We'll just take it as it is. Still on a Disney cruise, so better than other things. It's also very nice is that if you come into Cabanas, even though it is closed, because you still have to walk through it, they don't mind if you do go ahead and sit down, you know, hang out for a little while over here. Because some people like to do that. And it's just also kind of a quiet place to get away from everything. So, but I do want to head up here because we are getting ready to leave Cozumel, heading for another day at sea. And just like that, we have now officially pushed off of Cozumel, off the pier right there, and we are now about to head back out to sea for another full day at sea tomorrow, before ultimately landing at Disney's original private island in Castaway Key. Still looking for one of these cruises that goes to Castaway and Lookout Key, but I will take the classic in Castaway. Still blows my mind just how blue the water is. So I found like the last 2 days, so the first full day at sea, which was a Marvel day at sea, had a lot of Marvel stuff, and like I think I talked about it before, if you're not really into like the Marvel stuff, like there is stuff you still can do and just hang out and just relax on the ship. But then like today we were at port, and it just didn't seem like there was a whole lot going on the ship. I expected way more trivia, I expected way more crowds, I expected way more just general things to do. Seemed like not like that much, but now looking at tomorrow and even the day of Castaway, there is a lot of stuff happening. So maybe that's just, maybe the first 2 days, because of the way that this itinerary worked, the first 2 days were not quite as hectic with trivia, with things to do, activities, all that stuff, like it is going to be like tomorrow and on Castaway Day. Because Castaway Day, well, you're going to spend your whole day at the beach, hanging out, doing things, walking around, checking all the sites, because Castaway Key is a very beautiful stop. So, be kind of bummed by that. Kind of wish there was more to do, but oh well, is what it is. If you look out there, you got a couple of Carnival cruise ships making their way out as well. We're all leaving Cozumel. Looks like this Carnival, the Mardi Gras, the celebration, is making a hard left. This Carnival is currently heading the same way that we're heading. So, oh yeah, see if we keep up with this ship tomorrow. But we won't see any more ships the rest of this cruise until we get back to Port Everglades, because Castaway Key is Disney's private island and only one of the ships can be there at a time.
question?
Loud and proud, say aye, Captain Triad.
Altogether, once again, if ever a captain gives you an order or asks you a question, loud and proud say aye, captain.
We pirates be known as an adventurous lot.
That be true.
We're also known for our celebrating. So, all true pirates need to know how to dance a pirate jig.
Do exactly as we do. Here we go.
To lesson number 3.
Lesson number 3.
Lesson number 3. Oh, we pirates do a lot of celebrating. We also As I was saying, besides celebrating, we pirates feed your dear fears. Lesson number 3. Striking your fears, pirate foes.
Try it with us. Reach down and grab your imaginary pirate sword and draw it up to the sky. Now swing it to the left, to the right, and loudly shout, "Arr!"
Wow!
Since it sounds like you want more, on to lesson number 4.
Lesson number 4.
Lesson number 4. I'll give this one a go. One thing that we pirates are not is subtle. Yikes! That smells worse than Blackbeard's gym socks!
The point being, we pirates always try to do things, especially when we sing.
And a true pirate's favorite song is one you all need to know. And it goes like this. Yo, 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 all the pirates fight for me. All right, pull the hitters on. On to lesson number 5. Lesson number 5.
Lesson number 5.
What does a pirate know more than anything? The sea, the wind in your sail. Roar, adventure.
Talking to a parrot.
Those are all well and good, but the answer is treasure!
I treasure,
We'll love the way it looks, we'll love the way it feels.
and we love to shake our booty.
Congratulations! Based on your proven pirate skills and showing a certain somebody that you know what to do, well, I now declare all of you official members of my pirate crew!
Looky there. We've got company.
Mr. Slade!
Do pardon my interruption of your festivities. And you'll be needing to make way immediately, or sooner.
So we don't get hit by that cannon.
Hit, Captain! Come aboard, boys!
You fuse rats!
Abandon your stations, or prepare to take cold steel! He's fucking up there!
Now arrive! Welcome to the new captain of this dear ship! All the way from Neverland! Captain Hawk!
Yes, it is I, the new caretaker and overseer of this fine vessel. Simply put, this ship is mine! Mr. Smith, status report.
Aye, Captain. All loose ends are tied up, so to speak. The ship is now yours to do with as you please.
the unlikely event that your crew succeeds,
We get the ship back. And you will leave hearing all of us chant, "Hook is a codfish, hook is a codfish."
Hook is a codfish. Hook is a codfish. What? Too soon?
Do we have an agreement?
agreed.
Then I say that the captain challenge officially begins.
We test this so-called pirate crew. Just one each gets the wrong answer, and he walks off land.
Aye, aye, Captain Hook. Good flying to you, swabs. Now, the first thing any real pirate knows is that when a captain gives you an order or asks you a question, what do you say?
What?
Correct.
Impossible! Lucky guess. Sweet, give them the next one. Maybe this one especially wrong. Got it?
Aye, aye, Captain. Oh, I just gave the answer to the last question. Yes, sir, Captain, sir. Here's the next test. When it's a good one, all true pirates enjoy a good celebration. If you are real pirates, let the captain see a true pirate jig.
Sure, throw it, make it big. That's the way. You're doing great.
No! It can't be! Speed! Tell me I'm seeing things!
If you saw some very impressive footwork, Captain, then we're both seeing things.
Time to end this! A real pirate must be fierce! If they fail to have true pirate ferocity, the sad former captain goes overboard!
You heard him. He wants to know, can you be pirate fierce?
Show him, crew. You know what to do.
They scared the wits out of me.
Get off me, you prick! And you! Get up, you cowards! Tis I ask the next question. Answer me this. What is a true pirate's favorite song?
Loud and proud, sing along.
Oh no!
Yes, yes, yes. That was the right answer, Captain.
Oh, help me, Speed! I've got it! Prepare for your gate with the flag! Mouse, tell me, what do true pirates love the most?
Now shake that booty from coast to coast.
Oh, yes, it can.
And it just did. It's a codfish. It's a codfish.
So because it is Pirates Night, we have a special menu, Pirates of the Caribbean menu. And so, got specialty cocktails, you got appetizers. Apparently the Calypso crab cake is very well popular, which is what I'm probably gonna get. Bread service, main course. Definitely I'm gonna go with the strip loin, lighter offerings, and specialty drinks are all on the back, and then the desserts. So here's the crab cake that I got, and he pretty much, our server pretty much talked about this the night before, and so I'm really excited for this again. So I got the sirloin, medium rare with some potatoes and a good size Yorkshire pudding. That is a very good piece of cut of meat. Here's my cheesecake tart that I got. So it's like the signature dessert item. Okay, so dinner was very good. Actually, my mom, my dad, and our friend Jennifer said that was actually the best meal they've had on the cruise so far, which is funny because normally Pirate Night is our least favorite meal on the ship. So it was really good. I wasn't the biggest fan of the potatoes that came with my steak. The steak itself was very good. And then the cheese tart I had, the caramel on top was so stretchy, so sticky, that it actually just pulled off of everything, and I just had the cheesecake. I mean, the caramel one I could get, it was very, very good. But because we didn't want to go see the fireworks, because we don't know if they're going to go off because of the level of wind that there is, we went shopping instead. So they had a button-down shirt, and I'll show you guys a little bit more of it. They had a button-down shirt that's actually on clearance for $25 because this only has the Magic, Wonder, Fantasy, Dream, and the Wish. It does not have the Treasure, and doesn't have the Destiny, because the Destiny will be debuting this year. And then I got my friend who wanted this shirt, the new Spirit jersey, so I'll show you guys the Spirit jersey. I'm not a fan of it, but she really wants it, so I'm gonna go that route with that. So kind of nice, get a little shopping done. And I'm kind of happy to find the shirt on sale because it's only $25, and normally the Disney button-downs are like $65. So I'll take it as a win. So we are back to the stateroom. Like I said, we did not go up to go watch the fireworks show. Nothing against it, but it was just kind of hit our limit after the end of the day. I didn't get a chance to nap at all today, actually, surprisingly. So I am very tired. Dinner was really good. The day itself was very good. It was kind of a weird mix of back and forth on things all day long. Wasn't very much stuff to do. Like we only did one crafts. We were gonna do one trivia, never got to it. Oh well. Tomorrow though, seems like it is gonna be a very trivia, activity heavy kind of day. I think tomorrow morning, or some point tomorrow, I'm going to do a full ship tour. That will actually be another video for you guys, so make sure you check that out. So right now, they actually have the fireworks going on right now, so, but overall, it was another fantastic day on the Disney Dream. Cannot wait to see what tomorrow holds, because tomorrow is another full day at sea. So with all that being said though, as I do head off to bed to get some sweet sleep, I'll see you guys tomorrow. So good morning everyone, and welcome to day 4 of our Disney Dream cruise. Today, as you can see, is another day at sea. Only downside though is the sea is a lot rougher today, it's a lot windier, so the boat is rocking quite a little bit more. So today, it's gonna be a lot of trivia, a lot of stuff inside, and just hanging out and relaxing because we're gonna save all of our energy for tomorrow. So if you haven't done so, make sure to subscribe to the channel, leave a like. Welcome to day 4 aboard the beautiful Disney Dream. So having breakfast this morning at the Royal Palace, because it's one of the sit-down locations you can eat at. And so we wanted to eat here, but look at the middle table right under there. Like that's a grand central table. I always love the breakfast menu because of the size. Says Disney Cruise Line breakfast. Pretty much the same breakfast every morning, but it's always so good. You got the different areas like the chilled out. The for all ages. You got the peanut butter jelly typhoon from the griddle. Eggs, hot cereals, omelets. Then their signature breakfasts and additionals. So here I got the Eggs Benedict with the Canadian bacon, and of course a little side of hash browns, and then the chocolate chip pancakes, which I'm very excited about. All right, time for some general Disney trivia. And I'll tell you guys which is the hardest question we get while on it. So we didn't do too bad. So there was not a single multiple choice question on the trivia. But man, were those some difficult questions. Like they would have taglines, but one of them was the one, the only, the fabulous, and it was Dumbo. So stuff like that. And then who said certain things? That was even more difficult to try to figure out as well, because you had to remember the person and then what movie they were from. My favorite one though was a llama, he's supposed to be dead. That is the funniest. That was so good, but I do enjoy those a lot. I just love the characters roaming. Because like, look, there's Captain Hook. He's just hanging out. Oh, off he goes. Try to cause more havoc. Well, with the level of wind, I do not think the aqueduct will start running today at any point because it is a little too windy. And just in case you don't make it up some of those hills. So, or it's one of those they're not opening it until noon like they have been doing most of the other days. But looks like the little Mickey glove slide is open right now. All the pools are open. It is very busy, but not nearly as busy as it was on the first day at sea during the Marvel Day at Sea. So maybe it's just because there is more stuff to do. Like we've noticed, we've already done trivia. We're gonna learn how to make apple strudel this morning. So I'm really excited about that. Into the D Lounge. Welcome. Which is one of the main lounges here they have for stuff. But yep, it says Disney Cruise Line, anyone can cook, culinary serve series. Today is apple strudel.
Welcome to D Lounge. My name is Mauricio and I'm part of your entertainment crew staff team. and I would like to welcome all of you to Anyone Can Cook, Disney's Cruise Line Culinary Series. And today, we are baking something really, really special, everyone. Who here loves apple strudel? Make some noise. Well, you are in the right place. However, even though the name of the show is Anyone Can Cook, I don't think I could be able to do an apple strudel that actually tastes good. And that is the reason why we brought an expert to show us how to do it properly. Please welcome Chef Salvatore.
Good morning everybody, good morning. Welcome Anyone Can Cook, but today I cook only me. Yeah, I don't know why it's Anyone Can Cook, I cook only me. Okay. So, my name is Salvatore, I'm Italian.
Yeah.
I'm from Sicily. So, I'm executive pastry chef on board. I'm responsible for pastry and bakery on board.
Yeah.
So today, I want to show you the apple strudel dessert. The original dessert from
Germany.
Hungary.
Austria, yes. Original dessert from Austria. Very, very simple dessert for me. And this one. So, first step, vanilla sauce, the dough, the apple filling, and the last part, very important, the system for stretch the dough. When you stretch the dough, it's very important. So, I will start with the vanilla sauce. If you like vanilla, you put vanilla flavor. If you like Grand Marnier, you put Grand Marnier, Room Myers, any flavor you like. But in my recipe is vanilla. I follow my recipe. Heavy cream. In the part one, heavy cream. In another bowl, egg yolk, sugar, and vanilla flavor. My bowl. And start to mix properly, slowly. Don't mix all the ingredients one time, otherwise you create omelette. You want omelette? When you start to boil, slowly, introduce slowly. Not much slowly, otherwise you're sleeping. And then again, when you start to boil, you can switch off and remove from the top. Cover with plastic and keep outside for 1 hour, 1 hour and 30 minutes, and then you put inside your fridge. Clear? Very simple. Allergy, if you have an egg allergy, you can change with cornstarch. Dairy allergy, soya milk, almond milk, no regular milk. Okay? Very simple. Second step, the dough. Take a small bowl, like this. And there is a small bowl, there's a big one. Okay. Flour. Sugar. Vegetable oil. Egg fresh.
Hello.
And then start to mix slowly. If you have the Abbott machine or mixer machine, it's more better. Cold water. After the second time, important, cover with oil, vegetable oil. Not only cover with oil and plastic, and keep outside for 24 hours. No outside your house. Room temperature. No? Or somebody asking for the garden, pool. Or room temperature for 24 hours. So you need to prepare one day before if you want to make the original dough. Otherwise, you give puff pastry or filo dough. Very simple. Apple filling. Apple Grand Smith. This one. The green, white. Two things. The first one, the pH, is very strong acidity. Very strong. The second thing is that when you're baking in the oven, no melted. This is strong, very strong. If you use the red, yellow, when you bake in the oven, cream inside, like a cream. So, after you peel apple, blah. Ingredient, gold resin, walnut, if you have allergy nut, without nuts, very simple. Sugar brown, cinnamon powder, I like cinnamon. 2 spoon butter, 3 spoon butter, 4 to 5 spoon butter. The last part, the cracker or bread, graham. Why? Because you need to absorb the liquid from the apple. And then, the last part, very important, you remove your stress inside. Especially house band, I know. My personal system for stretch the dough is very simple. I put the tablecloths in the table. Why? I will show you the last. Now, after 24 hours, cover with the plastic and oil. Less plastic, much plastic. Just a little bit. Company pay. Okay. Okay. So, slowly. Elastic but strong.
Yeah.
Butter. And then you can put apple filling.
Wow.
This is for a family of 4, right? Our family.
Remove the extra dough. First one.
Oh, wow.
What?
I'm okay with it.
Tablecloths.
Oh.
1, 2, and 3.
Wow.
Problem.
Oh.
No problem. Only solution. My rules in the only solution. Butter again. And then, if you want to put the sugar brown, for caramelizing, crunching on top a little bit. Oven 200 degrees Celsius. Inside for 1 hour. 200 degrees Celsius for 1 hour. When the dough comes like a brown color, the strudel is ready.
All right, now it is time for us to learn how to draw. And actually, this one's gonna be in the district lounge, and it's going to be Olaf this time. Let's see how this goes. So here is my Olaf, in comparison to what is on the TV screen. A little chunkier and not quite as round at the top of the head, kind of skinnier in the midsection. Oh well. But that's what's the funny part about it, seeing how does it look compared to what the character actually looks like. But it's fun to learn. So lunch at Cabana, it's just very simple. Kind of like not feeling like super complicated food, just wanted like pizza, I got some mac and cheese, a pork schnitzel. But I do love our view we've got, as the waves are very rough. It's not nearly as bad as it was this morning. The wind is still really, really bad, but the waves are nearly as bad as they were this morning, because me and my dad went for a run on deck 4, and it was really, really rough.
Today. Well, my name is Kay Wild. I'm a part of your entertainment cruise staff team. So excited to be in this room with all of you. So excited to get started with this Disney Tunes trivia. But I am so excited for all of you to experience the Disney Tunes trivia that will be live, performed by the one and only Alan Grace. Everyone give Alan a big round of applause. Love it. So let's get started with question number 1. We move on to question number 2. Let's do it. Move on to the question number 3. Yes. Yes, I love it. All right, question number 3. All right, so speaking of number 4, number 4. Let's move on to question number 5. So question number 6. Let's move on. Sharon answers. All right, let's move on to question number 7 then, shall we? Question number 8, should I read it first? Yes. Question number 8, what is the name of the mouse in this movie? All right, question number 9. What is the name of the kingdom where this song takes place? All right, good deal. Let's move on to question number 10. Question number 10. In which Walt Disney World park can you find this attraction? – 5, comment in this movie which type of animal sings this song. So, question number 12. Which character sings this song in the Broadway show? Let's move on to question number 13. What is the name of the character that sings this song? Good deal. All right, question number 14. Which singer originally performed and co-wrote this song? So, question number 15. Who is the composer of this song? That's okay. I could sing it for you, but you don't want me to. It's not Disney.
So it was 45 points, and we got 34. And we came probably top 6 or 7. So that's actually not bad for us, especially considering the ones we missed were some of the older ones. Like we missed the Steamboat Willie one, Robin Hood, which Robin Hood one I completely thrown off. But there was times where they would play it and me and Kayla look at each other and we start humming and then we actually start singing the song with it. So it actually was kind of funny how that worked out for us, but still no luck on that. So one of the most exhausting activities we've done was going around and pixie dusting some of the rooms that had pixie dusted us, and others that are a little bit more out of the way that had not been pixie dusted much. And I'll tell you what, just that little bit of I think 30 to 45 minutes we did it. We walked probably around the ship 3 or 4 times. So a little exhausted now from that. But we're heading down to go do Disney Channel trivia. So let's see what kind of knowledge we have of Disney Channel. Okay, so Disney Channel trivia was very difficult. What was funny was Kayla kind of knew a lot of the older stuff, and my little sister knew some of the newer stuff, and they gave us 14 out of 20. It still wasn't great because the winner ended up not only getting a perfect score, but then they go to a bonus round. But both people, there was actually 2 groups who had perfect 20 out of 20, but neither one of them got the bonus one. So I want to see if you guys may know it, is what year was the Disney Channel started or founded? And it's actually surprising. I didn't realize I thought it started much later than it actually did. So let me know if you guys know what it is. Well, all this trivia has gotten us nice and hungry for a quick little snack. So we came up to the Flo's V8 Cafe space. Like I said, Luigi's Pizza, Tomato Grill, Ramon's Cantina, and Fillmore's stuff. So like you said, you got pizza, burgers, hot dogs, french fries, chicken tenders, tacos and bowls, and then usually just simple refreshments down at the end. I am going to have to go back to figure out, did they have this before but in a different style, Ramon's Cantina, or was this added post or during the dry dock that the Dream went through? So I'm going to have to definitely go back and look. So we're here back in the Walt Disney Theater because it is time to see the Broadway show, the Disney Broadway show of Beauty and the Beast, which we've seen quite a few times. They actually had it on The Treasure, but we've seen it a couple times on this now, so I'm really excited. I do really like this live stage show version of Beauty and the Beast a lot. So Beauty and the Beast was still very good until it stopped. So right when the Beast changes in back to human and the Beast and Belle rekindle, the audio just completely cut out, and they're like, oh, it should be a couple minutes. So we're like, oh, it's like when we saw Moana on The Treasure. Except this time the show did not resume. So which means it's a bigger issue, but they also do have to get it ready for the second showing. So whatever issue they have to get that fixed and all that. So, but I came up to the top deck because I wanted to fill up our water bottles really quick because we're waiting. They're downstairs. My mom's waiting for Captain Minnie, and my sister and Kayla are waiting for Tiana, and then maybe Rapunzel afterwards, so that we meet some characters. Because we haven't really met a lot of characters on this trip, actually. So, kind of wish we had met more. I always do also love just coming to the top decks, because this is a way to kind of get away from a little bit of the chaos that happens at night. plus it's just a really pretty night out. The only downside is it is very, very windy once again. Quickly ran back up to the room just to grab a couple of things, but I will tell you right now, if you have either dining, between those two dinings, especially in between when the show's let out and when the shows are going in, it's very hectic. So right now, or when we were down there, there was 4 or 5 different meet and greets going on. The captain for the Disney Dream was currently up there. So I was down there meeting people, taking pictures. We actually were able to be lucky enough to actually get a picture with Captain Minnie this time though, because we were able to find her. One of the things my mom wanted to do, she wanted to meet Mickey or Minnie in their captain attire, so she feels good about it. My little sister, Kayla, met Tiana. There was Belle, Cinderella was walking around, Mulan was walking around, all of the princesses were walking around. But it was chaos down there. But once dinner starts, hopefully that chaos will go away and people going to the show will be able to as well. So, but they did also make an announcement, and I didn't catch this, and everyone's told me, but at noon today and in right before the show for Beauty and the Beast, they announced that the captain is trying to get to Castaway Key and dock by 5:30 a.m. because there is more concerns for the wind again tomorrow. And if there's too much wind, unfortunately, we cannot dock because it's not safe for the ship to dock. It's not a lot of space to move around. So the goal is that we could be docked when we get up in the morning, which would be amazing because not only that, we'd be allowed to go off the ship starting at 8:30. And all aboard time is not until 5:45, which is much, much later than what we're used to. Usually we're used to 4:30 for Castaway Key. So that would mean more time on the island, as long as we can get onto the island. The biggest concern is just getting docked, getting parked. So we'll see what happens in the morning. Tonight we had dinner at Royal Palace, and tonight's like the fancy dinner themed towards French cuisine. So you got specialty drinks, the appetizer, which that breaded deep fried brie, soups and salads. They're really big on the French onion soup. Main courses, crispy duck breast, roasted rack lamb medium, and then the filet steak. Very good stuff tonight. That brie is something that I remember very fondly from the last time we were on the ship. So here is the steak that we ended up getting. So it's got green bean steak, it's got a wine reduction jus, and then some potatoes off to the side. If I ever get a menu, that's how I always wanted to be delivered, looking like a little postcard. And so here is the menu for desserts. You got your specialty drinks, all come at extra cost, selections, and then the actual desserts down here. I think I'm going to do the classic opera desserts. So I got the signature dessert tonight. I can't remember exactly the name. It was like a opera gatau or something. I don't know. I butchered the name of it, but it's like a layered sponge cake with a lot of rich buttercream on top. So dinner tonight was very good. I liked the brie that we get. That brie's always very good every single time we get it. Steak was phenomenal. Dessert wasn't my favorite for the first time. They didn't have a cheesecake, so maybe I'm just being biased about it. So maybe that's what my issue is. Like the little elephant they've got. I always love coming in, and I don't get to show you guys very often the like towel animal that they usually come to offer. So then, of course, this doesn't actually mean good things because look, means we're at the end of the cruise, and now all the gratuities are going to be heading on out. But the other thing is pretty cool. I didn't get to show this either because Kendall's usually asleep. So you can actually request character sheets, and it's not a guaranteed. First night, he was told you had to check to see if there was any supply. First night wasn't. Second night got changed. And look, Moana sheets. So something you can't ask for, especially for like these beds, like the little beds. So just keep that in mind. It is not a guarantee. You can ask, but they may not have them. All right, so that is going to be the end of our 4th day here on the Disney Dream. Like I said, full another day at sea. Today was a little bit on the rougher side because of the weather being much windier, the waves being rocking. But by the time we got into the afternoon, the wind for sure did die down, and the rocking wasn't as bad. So tomorrow, hopefully, we'll be heading off to Castaway Key. Now, like I was telling you guys earlier, we are looking to be there a lot earlier. They're looking for a window between 5:30 and 7:30 to dock the ship, because once you get to dock early before the sun rises, the wind is going to be the least heaviest. So for us to try to get docked, that's what we're going to be doing. So we'll know by 7:30 if we will be at Castaway Key for the day or not. And I'm really hoping so, because all ashore is 8:30 and all aboard is not till 5:45. and I would love to just go hang out on Castaway Key because that's what we've been waiting for this entire trip. So, but overall today was great. Did a lot of trivia, lots of things. Today around the ship was actually really wonderful actually because there hasn't been this much to offer. Did some meet and greets, got to meet the captain of the ship, got to meet Captain Minnie. My parents are currently trying to meet Ariel with my little sister, and then also maybe Captain Mickey. So lots of character interactions today, but it is late. I am going to be up early tomorrow because tomorrow I'm filming the updated Disney Dream ship tour that I need to do for you guys. So I'll be up kind of early to do that, and by then I will already know if we're docked at Castaway Key or not. But with all that being said though, from another wonderful day here on the beautiful Disney Dream, from our Disney Dream Cruise Week, I'll see you guys tomorrow at Castaway Key. So good morning everyone, and welcome to day 5 of our Disney Dream Cruise Vacation. And today it is Castaway Key Day, and we are so incredibly lucky because we were able to get docked this morning. There was some concerns with the high winds that we would not be able to get docked at Castaway, but our ship captain got us here early and spent a good probably hour getting us docked. We came in at 5:30, he turned us around, slowly moved us in, got us docked, which means we can enjoy the best day of the week, Castaway Key. And I gotta tell you what, I'm really excited. I'm gonna go snorkeling again today. I think me and Kendall are gonna try to do some of those slides, and also Serenity Bay, the adult only section. It's gonna be a wonderful day, but to get our day started, gotta go get some food. So we gotta head up into Cabanas, gotta get some food, take it down to the room. But welcome to Castaway Key Day on our Disney Dream Cruise Vacation. Heading into Cabanas for some breakfast. Gonna have to stop off and gotta wash my hands really quick. Grab some, good morning. And get a plate to take down to the room. All right, that's a plate of champions if you ask me. 4 Mickey churro waffles, eggs Benedict, hash browns, a croissant, and a couple chocolate milks. It's breakfast of champions, a breakfast of Castaway Key Day. And now we have officially made it back on to Castaway Key. What's really fun to think is that we've been here now to Castaway Key 6 separate times on only 5 Disney cruises. It was because our first one was a double dip, and they never double dip anymore because they have Lookout Key now as well. But there is the post office, doesn't say open anymore, but there is the post office right there. And of course, because we are waiting for the tram, we did have to take our obligatory picture by the Castaway Key sign, and I'll show you those. Those are really good photos. It's actually really fun of one of my dad. There's a total random stranger. It's actually really funny. But this is always a good spot to come in and take those photos. The big thing is that you can walk this walkway there, and you can actually meet some of the characters. However, we are trying to head to Serenity Bay to have a home base for the day, so we know where to meet up throughout the day.
That's funny because that's what I made it from.
Hide of things only. Each one is 121. Hold up, summertime. As a reminder, lunch is served between 11:30 a.m. and 2 p.m. at 2 locations. Cookies barbecue and cookies too. Please remember to drink lots of water and use your sunscreen. For guests continuing to Serenity Bay, please wait at Pelican Point tram stop. The tram to Serenity Bay will be along shortly. Please remain seated until the tram comes to a complete stop. Again, welcome to Disney's Castaway Key.
We're at the Pelican Point tram stop. So this is the area, kind of the main area between. So there's 2 main areas. There's Scuttle's Cove, which has one shop, and then has a shop since up there. That's where you do all your port event, all the adventures, or like the things. There's a lot of canceled stuff today due to the higher winds, but now we're at Pelican Point, and here's where you got flippers, you got by seashores, you got a couple of bathroom areas. This is the area between the 2 family beaches. It's also the area where you check in if you have got a cabana for the day. And what's really cool is that they will take the cabana. If you have a cabana, someone will come pick you up in a golf cart and they will take you straight to your cabana. We originally had one booked, but it was like $700+. So he said, nah, not this trip. We'll just go to Serenity Bay, find our spots for the day, and make that home base. So here is Serenity Bay. This is the adult only beach. So So we kind of wanted to make this our home base throughout the day so that if we decided we wanted to go off an adventure or go to like the family beaches and all that stuff. Now, what was funny was I was talking to Caleb because I remember the last time we were here for when we were on the treasure. Remember over here, they were starting to build stuff and I couldn't remember Caleb. I mean, he didn't know what it was, but we found out later on they're building more cabanas for Serenity Bay. They look like the cabanas. Could look at the cabanas and then look at those. And then I also know they said they are adding to the Castaway area as well. So it's kind of nice, but I kind of want to see how cold is this going to be today, because whoo, gosh. Yeah, you do. It's really nice and chilly. God, I don't know if I'm going to snorkel today or not. It's cold. Yeah, you say that. But there's the Castaway bar, which is the bar over here. And then lots of seating over here. There is a lot of seating to go to, so it's kind of nice. So this is pretty much really nice. So I like, what the big thing about Serenity Bay that's super nice is that it's about where I'm at right now, kind of like this hip, like knee, a little bit above the like upper thigh. That's about as high as the water goes. So you do a lot more sitting here, you kind of wait a little bit more, but there are a lot more schools of little fish that go through. You can sometimes see starfish, you can see like a bunch of shells. Of course, you can't take any shells off the beaches. It's one of the big rules they have. But yeah, no, the water when you first stepped in was cold. You heard it in my voice, but I do like it. Now, what's pretty interesting is out there, you can see all that rock formation out there. So you can kind of every once in a while see the waves crashing over. It is a very, very windy day, very rough seas, but this is very well protected, so it's nice and smooth as glass. It's a very lovely area to just kind of sit and relax. This is why we kind of want to make this our home base for the day, because we do want to stay here as long as possible. Probably stay till like 3:34, probably 3 to 3:45 before we even consider going back to the ship at that point. So we've got, let's see, it's 9 o'clock, about 6 hours to enjoy Castaway Key. So many things we want to do. Don't know what the next step is, because I don't know if I'm going to want to snorkel yet until it gets warmer. But I definitely want to go take my parents and to show them around the middle area of Castaway Key. Now, all of the off-island excursions had been canceled. So parasailing, fishing, kayak, all that stuff had been canceled today. And I was like, we were like, oh, it's not too bad. Well, then I looked at the waves. So it's not just the fact there's a really strong breeze today, but the waves are ungodly bad today. So kind of hoping we can still get stuff done. I really do want to try to snorkel because I do love the snorkeling excursion here. I just do the snorkeling as a whole. Looks like Serenity Barbecue is already about to open, or is already open. This is the adult only eating area. It says usually open from 11:30 to 2, but looks like they may be already open. You got yourself some red pin potato salad, some grilled sweet corn salad, tomato cucumber salad with sherry vinaigrette, and American coleslaw. And all of your toppings you've got for your burger. So you got lettuce, tomato, onion, pickles, which is kind of funny how they do that before you get your bread or your bun for it. Smoky barbecue beef brisket, they have ribs, they've got chicken, they've got corn on the cob, and then some ribeye steaks. But then they also have a honey and bourbon glazed salmon, they got sauerkraut, bratwurst. We got a char-grilled hot dogs and soft buns as well. So like I said, I got the steak, I got a burger, I got some cornbread, got a chocolate chip cookie, got some barbecue chips, and I will get a drink here in a second because I do like that they just do offer chips. Like I said, they do offer quite a lot. We're kind of like, well, we eat now because then at 2 o'clock we can come back and eat some more later as well. The only thing is you gotta be mindful is this one gets probably one of the longest lines because it only has the one line. So keep that in mind. They actually opened fairly early. I think they opened about 20 minutes early today, so I'm very glad. They also do have fruit and stuff if you want, and of course ice cream, because all over the cruise you have ice cream. What I always like is the fact that this is pretty much just a runway. I mean, the whole history behind Castaway Key and multiple of like the fact that it's may have been a place for the drug cartel to move drugs and stuff, but now it's a Disney island. And I do like the fact that if you look at the top, it says Castaway Key across the entire runway. But yeah, I do like the giant board. This is island info, canceled excursions, parasail, glass bottom boat, walking and kayak, fishing adventure, banana boat, snorkel, triple adventure, skyjet, stingray adventure. Pretty much everything and everything canceled. But we're over here at Pelican's Point now, looking at By Seashore, which is some of the merchandise here on Castaway Key. Some very basic stuff they have, from hats to button downs to more of your like beachy attire stuff. They also have Castaway Key 5K stuff as well. Got water toys, you got mini magnets, other different types of magnets. This is your sign to relax. There's your sign to relax. The Castaway Key ears, which are very, very cool because I like the inflatable ears portion of it. Lots of cups. They do have spirit jerseys, say Castaway Key on it over there. Lots and lots of stuff. If you are looking to rent any of the flippers, the snorkel equipment, any tubes, or any floating mats, you'll come over here, and they do have walk-up rentals, or you can have a prepaid ticket to be able to get that stuff beforehand. So you can always prepay and go right on up. Or if you bring your own snorkel, all you need to do is come up here, get one of the life vests, because you have to have one of the vests to go snorkeling. Mostly it's for safety reasons, just so that you can float, but also the lifeguards can see you better. You can see how windy it is today, though. I have to say, this is the windiest I've ever experienced at a Castaway. Like, we've experienced it when it's raining a little bit, or it's a little cloud cover, but this is just wild. I'm really surprised we got docked today. Because we've been watching the waves crashing over some of the barriers that are over here, and just looking at all of the wind and the waves. Like, they have snorkeling closed off today, so I couldn't even go snorkeling if I wanted to today. So that's kind of not surprised by that because of how bad it is. But, one of those things, still at Castaway, so I can't really complain that much. So here's Pelican Plunge, which is the water slide and like almost water activity area, because they do have a water bucket that drops water on you. And then you have two slides. You have an enclosed one that's very quick, just like straight down. And then you have the open one, which is a little more enjoyable and not nearly as fast, but the drop off into it's pretty bad. It's pretty crazy. But to get out to it, you have to go out and pretty much swim out to it and go up those set of stairs and then wait in the line. And the line right now is actually fairly long, which is surprising to me. But this beach pretty much is a lot better off with coverage from the wind today. So, but I am kind of bummed that they don't have, because of the wind, a lot of stuff is closed off. I mean, I am glad we are here anyways, but yeah, no, considering we could have just be out at sea right now and not here at all. But Serenity Bay for sure is the better option today because of the fact that like it is super protected from the wind. So I will take the Serenity Bay section today because it is nice and calmer over there compared to this side. Like it's almost like a 30 to 40 mile an hour winds coming off the sea today. So you got Kendall at the very top. I'm about to go down the open slide, and I think Kayla's going to end up doing the open slide as well. I kind of wish Kayla would go first, actually. Here she comes, holding her nose. Whee! There she goes.
Looking good, Kendall.
Oh, here comes Kayla. See how fast she goes down. Oh, she's got some speed.
No!
And there she goes. So if you are kind of curious, this is where they say the 5K does start, and you follow all the 5K signs as they go out. So you go out this way, you go out to the runway, you go through the observation station area. But also what's nice, right over here you have the bike rental. So if you're renting a bike, you will come over here to get it, and you only rent it for 30 minutes at a time. So it's something to kind of keep in mind. But that's always just be mindful. But whenever you are doing the 5K, if you are done with it, you come back to these. They come to them here, tell them you finished, and they will give you your medal from there. That was fun and exciting. So we got on. So we're over here, Pelican Point again, tram stop, because we wanted to go to Scuttle's Cove. we get on the tram, get over there, and he pulls into the stop and then just kept going through. So not sure what the deal was. And we pretty much went all the way back to the ship, and now we came straight back from the ship back to here and never went to Scuttle's Cove. So we're just gonna go back to Castaway Bay for a little bit, and then on the way out, we will stop off over there to look at Mount Rushmore and some of the gift shops. Well, now it is officially 2 o'clock, and they have started the process of closing down the Serenity Barbecue location. Last little bit of ice cream is being distributed as we speak, and they are closing up the umbrellas around all of the tables and wiping them off, getting ready to clean. Because then I think maybe there might be a ship here tomorrow. I'm not sure, but if there is, they will have it all nice and ready for tomorrow for that crew to take over. I also just really enjoy all of the fun little things they've got. So like the island float, but then like you have the Castaway Bar, you have pieces and parts of airplanes that they have themed for it since you are on a runway. And then I do love just a little plane here in the corner, just kind of hanging out. Now, they don't really, I don't think they do land any planes here or anything, so I mean, I think they could if they needed to, but you wouldn't be able to refuel the plane. You have to be able to land the plane here, turn it around, drop whatever you're doing, and then bring it and then go back. But I don't think they land any planes here. I'll have to look up that information, see if that's true or not. Actually pretty cool is they actually did some work over here, and they've actually expanded to have a handicap space. So if you do have a wheelchair or anything of that nature, then you can actually bring your wheelchair on up, and then you actually go up this. And this is actually like a very hard plastic material, and it's got ways for a chair to grip. We actually saw a wheelchair actually go up here, just no issues. So it's really good on them. I knew Kayla had said they did do some work on that. Last time she saw someone talk about it, but it's the first time for us seeing it, so good for them. Not only was that tram sitting there for a long time, but as soon as we walked up, it left. And that's how it goes. Oh well. At least this time we made it to Scuttle Cove because we wanted to come over to seashells and everything else. And we didn't stop here the last time because we kind of wanted just to leave and keep going. So, but there is some merchandise they do have here that you can't get anywhere else, like the Castaway shirt. So you should get that cruise line shirt somewhere else. But you just kind of walk in here and you can kind of look around. There's a lot of stuff that they do offer on the ship. At the same time, not very much stuff. So a lot of the Castaway Key merch. I really do like a lot of the shirts, but they are still $30, so like. And they do have a lot of available not t-shirts, but towels and stuff. Different stuff as well. So always make sure you stop and see all the stuff they have to offer. Oh, those are cute.
That's very cute.
Those are extremely cute. A lot of Castaway. I like a lot of the Castaway Key stuff because it is very simple, and I do like the Spirit jersey. That's so cool. And now we have finally got off the tram, and it is time to head back onto the Disney Dream. I actually spent quite a lot of time on Castaway Key today. I'm actually very pleased with it. It was a very nice. Serenity Bay was a great break from all of the chaos that has been going on all this trip. This is where if you've sailed over 50 times on a Disney cruise.
It's 2017.
Yeah, 2017. So it's a recognition of those who more than 50 who are our Pearl members. So that is insane. And we saw one where they were at 2017. So since 2017, in 8 years, they have done 50 Disney cruises. One, that's a lot of money. Secondly, that's a lot of cruising. So it kind of gives you the idea of how big this ship is. And they are still loading stuff on. Probably stuff for it to be taken back or to be on to the cruise, but gonna load back up. But it's pretty nice.
Look at the aqueduct.
Pretty nice. Oh yeah, look at the aqueduct. Oh look, someone going over right now. That's so cool. And then you also can get water before you get back onto the ship, and it's usually like ice cold. Yeah, they are. So cool. So much always happening with the cruise ship, I feel like. Well, the last gangplank is being pulled. Some of the lines have been, oh, the back one's been taken off. The back one was off. Yeah, this is, so then now we should pull, I think they're pulling the plank, the gangway all the way up. Yeah.
back in.
So you got the guys all the way down there at the end on the like extending, like they literally walk across just like these little like movable walkways, not even like solid walkways.
Like swinging bridges.
No, they're like
swinging bridges.
Yeah.
It looks like an obstacle course.
It really does. Nice obstacle course to get to your mooring lines.
Where's all the people with their Mickey hands?
They're down there.
Oh, they are?
They're down there.
Oh, they're ready.
They're just waiting. I'm waiting to see which line goes next. Which line goes next? There goes the next one, and the three guys converge on the line. Oh, they had two of them on that one.
There's a helicopter landing.
Yeah, the helicopter pad right there. Oh, and then they put it off to the side. And then they will step away from it. Oops, it's a little tangled, it looks like.
The Christmas tree usually go right there.
Yeah, usually like right there. Oh, and they've signaled for it to go in. And being pulled in, it's going to make a big sploosh.
There it goes. And then they'll should move.
They're all moving to the...
And they'll leave this one of these about.
And then one of the guys will grab their Mickey gloves and they will head to the end to wave us off. Pretty much anyone in these blue shirts, I think they come down. And I'm pretty sure any one of these guys can come as well, but they're all heading to the end. So as we are pulling away from the dock, they can give us a little friendly goodbye as we head out to the ocean. Yep, there they go. They're going to go grab their Mickey gloves. There goes the line that was closest to the dock. They are walking out there now to undo it. Looks like there goes the first one, which I'll put off to the side. Then they'll grab the second one. And then once they pull it off, they will then step away from it. And up into the water it goes. There go the last two lines that were holding us in place. Sure, right now they have the propulsion system pushing us against the dock.
It's a whole ordeal over here.
It's synchronizing it. So the front one's off. There goes the back one. Oop.
Yep, there it goes.
Oh God. Ooh. And now that means we are untied from Castaway.
Over
So this is the like
obstacle course of alligators or something.
It really is. They pretty much walk across this to get to each of those little anchor points. They also got to be happy. They also got to be happy because they didn't have a ship yesterday, so they got to see a guest.
So you want to be on the starboard side to see Castaway Key, but you don't get to tell them bye when you leave.
No.
Sucker.
And back out to the open ocean. And unfortunately, that means out back to Lauderdale tomorrow. Look at the waves hitting the side, though. I don't know if that's just coming from us.
Scary. Yeah. I think it's a mixture.
Yeah. All right, so we did get to go see the Disney Believe show that's pretty much like just geared towards the Disney dream, and it is such a good show. I really do like it a lot. I do really like the Disney Magics show, but I think this one's growing a little bit more on me than the regional ones. So, but now we're kind of that in-between area of things to do. So it's between the first two dinings, and between the two shows. So right now we do have dinner at Animator's Palette tonight. It is our last dinner aboard the Disney Dream, and I'm not ready to get off this ship. Not ready to go back to the real world. Let's be honest. That's really what it is. So, but Kendall was able to finally meet Belle. It's kind of a trickier time trying to find her, but I waited probably close to 15-20 minutes for her so that she could meet Belle. So that was one of her one goals she wanted, and we were able to accomplish that for her. One of the things I will highly recommend doing, that if you do have a popcorn bucket from the theme parks, and you happen to have one, I would say bring it with you on the cruise ship, because of the fact that it does only cost $1.75 to fill up. So like for us to fill up, 3 was like less than $7, and it always worked out really well because you end up not eating all of the popcorn. It's also just a great snack while waiting for dinner to happen, since our dinner is so late in the evening. Well, it is dinner time for the last time on the Disney Dream, and we are in Animator's Palette. This is where we had lunch. Seems so long ago since we've had that, so heading off to get some dinner, see Francis and Jerome for again. The dinner tonight takes place at Animator's Palette, and this is probably got one of the, I love this menu. I just love them. I love them. I love this menu a lot. Not just like the food, but like the menu, its design is so cool. But here's some of these cocktails. The appetizers, I'm definitely getting 2 of those black truffle pastas. Maybe actually get 1, but I'm gonna get the baked potato, probably cheddar and soup. Main course, definitely getting the Angus beef tenderloin. Don't forget the wasabi.
Thank you. Taking the other screen.
Check out this smooth sweat.
Oh, hey! They lit up outside the gift shop.
Hello, dudes. Let's try that again. It's Crush. I said hello, dudes.
Hello.
Oh, they lit. Check it out. Me and my fishing family were totally cruising in an old blimp. And so we used to it the same. What do you say we all totally hang out together? If that's cool, say chop. Awesome.
So here is the truffle pasta that we always love to get on the ships. It's pretty much the same on every ship we've been on, and I just can never get enough of it. Here's the baked potato and cheddar soup. It's actually the first soup I've gotten on this trip, so very excited about it. It looks very creamy and rich. So here is the beef tenderloin with some wasabi mashed potatoes on it. So really excited for the steak. Actually more excited for dessert. You have the Animator's Palette dessert property of the Walt Disney Company, Disney Cruise Line. So your specialty drinks, as per usual, you have caramel pecan chai, tiramisu. I feel these things we already see all the time, but look at that. I will be definitely getting 2 things off this menu tonight, and I'm very excited about them. So here is the chocolate fudge cheesecake, which I'm so excited for. And then, of course, I got a cookies and cream sundae. Don't know how much I'm going to eat this. I really want that, but I also wanted that, so I just got both. Just got back from our last dinner on this Disney Dream Vacation, and I think it was the best dinner for the night, or best dinner of the week. That truffle pasta is one of our favorites on any cruise ship. Every cruise ship we've been on, it has been there. We love it every time. It was really rich tonight. I don't know if it was just the sauce or the filling was really rich, but it was still just as good. But then there's a baked potato and cheddar soup, and it was very creamy, very filling. Only had about a third of it because I was trying to save room. And then the steak. Steak was great. The wasabi mashed potatoes have always kind of a weird thing that I never quite understand, but it is what it is. And then my 2 desserts, the chocolate fudge cheesecake was hands down probably one of the best cheesecakes I had on the cruise. And then the cookies cream sundae, which is a great little topper. So, but unfortunately, tomorrow is Debarkation Day. We officially packed up 2 of our bags. They are currently out waiting to be picked up and taken downstairs. So we'll see those until tomorrow morning when we do leave. Right, we have to be out of the stateroom by 8 a.m. For some reason, I feel like I'm going to be up very early for no reason other than I could be up that early. So unfortunately, it does mean we are now entering at the end of our Disney Dream Vacation. We will see you guys tomorrow, though, for Debarkation Day. We'll talk a little bit more about that later on. So, but what another fantastic day. The fact that we actually got to dock at Castaway Key was an amazing time. I am very sunburnt all over. So gonna have to really work on that because I'm not gonna feel good the next few days. But it's great. It was just extremely windy. What we made do, got to hang out in the water for a little bit, had a great lunch at Serenity Bay Barbecue and all that fun stuff, and just got to hang out with our servers one last time and got to see our stateroom host one last time. So, but it is late, the boat's rocking a little bit more. We really need some sleep after a long and exhausting day. So with all that being said though, as we do head off to bed for the last time on this Disney Dream Vacation, we'll see you guys tomorrow bright and early for Debarkation Day. So good morning everyone, and welcome back to Fort Lauderdale and the Port Everglades. Unfortunately, this does mean we are back from the sea, from our Disney cruise vacation, and we are back to land, which means we have to get off the ship today. So this morning, I'm gonna go around, take a couple little extra pictures. I've got my brand new Bon Voyage shirt here on the front, and if you can see it over there in the back. So I'm gonna take some pictures of this, but also just go check out everything there is to see. Once it gets to about 7:30, I'm gonna come back down, help Kayla get some things packed up, and then at 8, we have to be out of the room, heading down for breakfast this morning, and then we will have to disembark from the beautiful Disney Dream. So make sure you guys do hang out with us today as we do disembark today from our Disney cruise vacation. It was a good one, but I'm not ready to go back to the real world. So one of the main things is that if you are coming, when you do disembark, you can either do one of two things. You can either eat up here at Cabanas for breakfast, or you can go to the sit-down location that you ate dinner at the night before. So for us, we had breakfast, we had dinner at Animator's Palette last night. So we're gonna be heading back to Animator Palette for dinner, or for breakfast this morning. So there's kind of two ways it comes to disembarking off of a Disney cruise. You have the first way, which is what's called express walk-off. Now what this means is that you carry all of your bags with you, and you are standing down on deck 3 at the point to get onto the ship at 7 a.m. Because 7 a.m. is about the time that they will allow you to get off of the ship. This is usually used for those who do have kind of an earlier flight this morning, who maybe need to get somewhere. This is a great spot for them to use to get off the ship. The second way you can also do it is that you can do normal walk-off. What they do is they give you a character's luggage tag. So like ours this morning is Orange Goofy. So what we're gonna be waiting on is we're waiting for Orange Goofy to get called. From that point, the bags that we've sent down have been sent down to the terminal. We will go down, and wherever Orange Goofy is, we'll pick up our suitcases from there. Now we do have one suitcase, one bag, my backpack, and Kayla's Kavu to carry, but it's better than 2 more luggage bags and everything else. So that is what we like to do. It just gives us a chance to kind of enjoy the ship a little bit more before we do have to leave the ship one last time. So that's what we like to do, but everyone does it a little bit differently. It's all based around what plans do you have when you get off the ship. But I will say, I will absolutely miss the views of this ship. The biggest thing I'm really upset about was the second full day at sea, the aqueduct was closed due to high winds. But we at least were able to get on it at least once. But we never swam in these pools, and we did only very little swimming on this trip. Now, it didn't help that Kayla was sick the very first day, and it was a Marvel day at sea, so not a lot to do, but right now I'm just kind of checking out all of the things to see. Right now we are already docked. We are actually tied up about 6:15 this morning. We pulled into Fort Lauderdale this morning at around 5:45. And that's kind of the thing, is the ships get in very early, and they have about 12 and a half, 14 hours to turn the ship around before the next, not only the next set of guests have to get on, but then getting the ship prepared. So getting it fueled, all the necessary food, the captain can get the coordinates all set for the next round. So, but I just like coming up here before everything, because it is always nice and quiet, so where I can get some really good pictures. and all that really fun stuff they have. Plus, just a good laugh, a little bit of views. Also, it is very cold this morning for what I was expecting it to be. We left when it was like in the mid 70s, and I think this morning when we docked, it's like in the 60s. So I was definitely not prepared for that either. So kind of one of those things you kind of have to kind of keep in mind. Ooh, I found kind of a spot where it's not as windy. But that was like, I was able to finally turn my phone over. I turned my phone off airplane mode, turned the data back on, and gave it about 30 minutes to catch up on everything. Because unless you buy, even if you do buy internet, you still want to turn your phone to airplane mode for the sole reason of you just don't want to be charged if you don't have an international plan. Now, a lot of places have, a lot of companies do offer a cruise package or a like international plan. So something if you need to keep in touch, you can. But the point of cruising is to disconnect and get away from it all. If you do need your obligatory caffeine hit, the Cove Cafe is open for coffee if you need it. However, I'm not going to spend the money on that because we've already closed out our accounts. But I am going to head down to the drink station to get a hot chocolate to keep myself nice and toasty this morning. I really would like to know, and this is just a genuine question I have, how much ice cream does a 5-night cruise go through, especially the soft serve ice cream. Every time I saw there was someone getting ice cream, I know for a fact me and Kayla were averaging between 3 to 5 cones a day. So I really just want to know how much ice cream how much ice cream is consumed on a Disney cruise. Now, one of the big things that is recommended to do is that if you would like a copy of your charges to the room, you need to do it before you get off the ship. You can either do it by downloading it in the app, or you can come down to guest services and they will print it off for you. If you do not get it, it is really, really difficult to get it after the cruise is said and done. So just keep that in mind. Guest service does stay open pretty much all the way around. Even as the ship is boarding, guest services will be open. One of my big tips is that if you want to shop for Disney Cruise Line merchandise or like Disney Dream like specific merchandise, make sure you do it like the first couple of days, because the reason why is last night they had started actually to run out of a lot of the merch. Now, they seem like they've already got some already put out, but I think what a lot of this is, it's for the next sailing that will be happening. So like my mom talked about that. There were very little, like there's not even very many lounge flies, there's not very many cups left, not many ears, lots of the Spirit jerseys. I'm not a fan of the new Dream Spirit jersey, but the towel, my mom was really on the fence about the towel, but then it was gone. So she's like, I'm okay with it then. So keep that in mind. The first couple days, you definitely want to do that. And especially like us, when we go on a new ship, we really want the ship model. We were trying to collect the bronze statues, but they did not have the bronze statues when we were on the Dream the last time. So make sure you collect all that specific stuff. Now the stuff like in the back, like the specific like generic Disney Cruise Line stuff, that stuff will be here most of the way all the way through because it's the same stuff on all the ships. But when it's ship specific, make sure you try to get it the first couple days. Also, try not to do your shopping in between the first and second dining and shows. That like 7 to 8 time frame, this entire area is hectic. The atrium is hectic. Everything is absolutely insanely hectic. So just keep that in mind as you just, if you want to do your shopping, once we're out in international waters or you have a day at sea, come do your shopping then, because they are open from like 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. every single day when we're out at sea. If you're not, then it's always like 5 p.m. or something like that. So make sure you just do that shopping later, or even later in the evening as well. As long as those first couple of days, you should be able to still get your Disney Dream merchandise. One of the big things that I always try to make sure people understand, so I'm walking up here, walking up to shutters, you have to, if you want to download anything or you want to do any of that nature, you have to do it before you walk off this ship. Once you walk off the ship, your photos are gone, and you cannot, there's no way to retrieve them. They do not save them, they do not keep them around, so keep that in mind. So you can still come up, get it downloaded, and still check them out or get things printed. But I want to show you guys really quickly. So like I said, if you are doing express walk off, this is the line you'll kind of wait in. They're getting ready to start letting people off, and so they actually close off. So when you come off, if you come off the midship elevators, they make you actually go off and up and around underneath, just so that people do not cut the line, they don't step in the way. But yep, Now, what I am hoping is that they do have the cool facial recognition passport system, which all that means is that you do not have to present your passport. They will face scan your face, and if it's good, off the ship you go, because they did that on the Treasure, and apparently they started it at Fort Lauderdale before it went to Port Canaveral. Another thing I like to tell people is that Debarkation can last a while. The last time we were on the Dream, we came in at Miami, and we had dinner at like 8:15, or breakfast like 8 o'clock, and then they did not call our group until 10 a.m. So just be mindful that that debarkation can take a while, just all depends. Now, because this is a Disney port, this is only one who comes in and out of this port is Disney, should be a little bit quicker to get on and off, but be mindful that it can take a while if you do not do express walk-off. The other thing, what I always like to talk about, I like to talk about the beds. The beds on the Disney cruises are some of the most comfortable beds. And what's actually funny is you can actually buy said mattresses if you like. They are extremely expensive and they do come from Europe. But if you really find yourself that you really like these beds the most, you can actually buy them. Now I can't remember the name. If I do remember it, I'll put it like here somewhere so you guys can, if you guys are interested in it, or if you've ever been on a cruise, Disney cruise, and you're curious of which mattresses they use, that's the ones they use. These elevators had the logo like they did on the Treasure, where there's a big mirror and it said Disney Treasure. I wish all the elevators had that, because that was always such a cool photo op. Oop, deck 11. Also, just be mindful that cabanas more than likely will only have one side open due to some of the crew having to get ready to turn around the ship. So like the back side here is not open for any food items, and they only have one side. So they will tell you, so like this morning, it's the starboard side is open for breakfast, but not the port side, and the only side, and then you have your 3 sit-down locations, and that's why a lot of the crew member are being kind of used in other places. I really want to grab just myself a quick little chocolate milk to drink this morning, before I go take my photos. You know, I really hope they really wish they would have the Mickey churro waffles. Those are probably some of my favorite waffles I've ever had. But you can see, you can get a little bit busy up here because people now are waiting to leave. And especially if they're gonna be doing express walk-off, they may have already come up, eaten, and are already downstairs. So it can get busy up here if you decide to eat at cabanas. Well, they are starting also to prep the pool deck for the next wave of guests to arrive onto the ship. I mean, some other people are about to enjoy every aspect of this ship and everything the cruise line has to offer. And we have to go home. I don't find that fair one bit. Even though it is fair, I don't find it fair. And I can say it's not fair because we have to get off the ship today. All right, one last look around the room. Like I said, a family stateroom veranda, sleeping up to 4 to 5. It's actually a lot more space than I was anticipating, but I'm very happy with it. The Murphy bed is super comfortable from what my sister said. Our bed was extremely comfortable as well. I just can't imagine 2 more people in this room. If we had 4 people, 4 or 5 adults, I think it would have been insane, but, well, it's been a good home for the last 5 days. Now it's time to go back home. Well, it is the last breakfast of the cruise. This is always the worst breakfast because it is the last one. So I ended up getting a ham and cheese omelet, and of course because of the hash browns, so I'm very happy, and the French toast as well. So last time someone else will be serving me food, I'll have to make my own moving forward. And with that, that is the last meal we'll have on this trip on the Disney Dream. Our servers, Francis and Jerome, were amazing. If you are coming onto the Dream, I highly recommend asking for at least Francis, because I think Jerome will still be with him for a little bit. But Jerome did say it sound like that he is learning to become a main server as well. But unfortunately, it is time. We're heading to the spot where we started the vacation and where it ends the vacation. Pretty much in the parking lot. But we gotta go through the gang, we gotta get scanned off the ship, and then time to go pay for parking, and then 3.5 hour drive back home. And pretty much now we are in the line to leave the ship. It is quite hectic. This is why normally we like to wait till the very last minute, just so we don't have to wait in a super long line, but this is the reason why they do close off the mid-shift elevators on deck 3 to avoid any issues. And so, but pretty much everyone has been allowed to been taken off. Everyone's allowed to get off the ship now. Continue about our business wherever our next travels take us. For us, home we go. And just like that, we are now officially off the ship for this trip. Don't know next time we'll be on the Dream though, because it's heading to Europe next summer again. So it all depends. I mean, we said that about the last time we went on the Dream, and less than 2 years later we were back on it. So all just depends. And now to the luggage claim. Officially off the ship. Down, down, down to underneath. Need to find Orange Goofy to find our luggage. Well, after a 3.5, 4 hour drive that included a stop at the Character Warehouse, stop at Sonic, stop dropping our friend off at the airport, and after a little nap, we are officially back home. And yes, it may not be the Disney Dream, may not be on the cruise. In fact, the Disney Dream is already heading back out to sea as we speak, as it is. But we just got back home. I want to kind of go through our debarkation day and stuff like that. And I also want to do a quick merchandise haul as well. And we actually got some things at the Character Warehouse as well. So I want to show you guys everything we got, and we'll talk a little bit more. And then the next video you guys will see will be a review of our Disney Dream trip. This is our 5th Disney cruise, so I do want to kind of compare it, and we will do a lot of comparison from that point. So let me grab these bags because we still have to get all the bags back in, everything else. Let's go and get all this stuff inside, head to the office, talk more there. I've been really bad because I keep jumping from time to time to time to like hours and hours in between. From the time I filmed me pulling the suitcases out of the car, it's now been 2 more hours. And I'm just now getting down to sit down and talk to you guys. It is currently 9:15 at night. Now, if we were still on the ship, we'd be currently eating dinner, actually probably getting our dessert right now from Francis and Jerome. But unfortunately, that is not the case this go around. So when we left, and the last thing you saw was us going down to get our luggage at the luggage claim. Now, this space is just a giant warehouse. But what they've done is that the color of your luggage tag, so like we were Orange Goofy, they had the signs hanging from above and lots and lots and lots of tables. Now, the biggest thing is to make sure that you have some way of identifying your suitcase, because there are a lot of suitcases out that look the same. We have a small Mickey bag that I've had since 2016 now at this point, and a lot of people have that bag. So the way that we identify it is certain ways. So that's one thing you want to make sure you do. The second thing is they did have the facial recognition technology for your passport at customs. What this means is you do not need to walk up to anyone, present your passport, say where you came from, do you have anything to declare. If you had anything to declare, you did have to tell them, and they would then look through it, talk to you about that, and then move on about your day. So at that point, you then get dumped out into the bottom of the parking garage. For Port Everglades, unlike Miami and Port Canaveral, you pay at the end of your trip. So to park at Port Everglades, it is $20 a day, which is actually pretty good because the few times that we've gone out of Miami, it's anywhere from $120 to about $160 to park for a 5-night cruise. For this, it's only $100, so keep that in mind. You do have to pay before you go up to, before you end up leaving. It actually makes the process super quick, scan and go, off you go. And so if you are also getting a connecting flight, or like you're getting transportation to a hotel or transportation to the airport, that will be provided on the first level. They'll have people telling you where to go. It is a little hectic, so make sure you are being mindful of it. It's very loud, lots happening and everything else. It's just kind of like when you get off the ship. Lots and lots and lots are happening. So that's really kind of all I have. Then it's only a nice 3.5 hour drive from Port Everglades back to essentially Walt Disney World, which comparison of going from Disney World or into Port Canaveral, which would rather have that drive instead. But disembarking is a little bit hectic. It's crazy. There's a lot that can be done better with it. But unfortunately, you have close to 3,200 people getting off the ship at once. They've got about a 2 to 3 hour window where they got to get everyone off. Not only everyone off, but everyone needs to be fed. Everyone needs to have their luggage, and they have to be able to get scanned off in one by one. So all 3,200 plus guests have to be scanned off one by one. So just be very patient. If you are able to, just take a few extra minutes before you do anything else, because it gives you time not to be stuck in all those crowds. Hit the bathrooms before you head out. Take a couple of quick pictures like I do. But it's just be patient with it. If you are looking to do that express walk-off, please do that at 7 a.m. The other thing I did notice quite a lot, so like I talked about, we made sure to put out our luggage tag the night before. One, this meant that we did not have to carry our big, heavy luggage, but that also meant that we only had to carry it a little bit of distance. I saw a lot of people who did not do express walk-off who came to breakfast who had all of their luggage. So I don't know if they didn't understand this, or they were just not aware of it, or just didn't know. But that's a tip I always say. If you want to do it, make sure you take advantage of it. And it's out. It'll change based on the cruise, but for us, it was 10 p.m. the night before. So our full review will come from another time. What I want to do really quickly is I want to go through some of the merchandise we bought. Not only did we buy, but stuff that we were given. Spoilers, we actually have one thing that we're actually very disappointed in that we got. And I'll actually start with that. I will start with that first. I'm also going to give you kind of a quick heads up. During this cruise, at some point, my camera fell and my screen on the back of the camera ended up falling off. So if I am out of focus or something doesn't focus, I will put in a clip of the item that we do put in. This is mostly going to relate back to the pins and a couple other things, our postcards. I do apologize. I am going to get the camera fixed for that. Hopefully it's not going to cost too much. If it costs too much, at that point I'm just going to commit to getting a new camera instead. The first thing, and it's actually the disappointing thing that we're getting first. Many things you can do is before you get onto the cruise, you could prepay for certain decorations to be in the room. So because this was going on my mom's birthday, we ended up paying for the birthday celebration stateroom decorations, where it says it's my birthday. She got a couple really nice pillowcases, a very large beach towel, and signs everywhere that says it's my birthday, it's my day. And she got this really cool, and I'm really glad, I really sucked that I didn't get any of this footage. It's like a little shawl that then has little hands and it says it's my day, and it's a really cool piece. The other one was the thing that we got. So Kayla had been dying for this blanket set, and this blanket set is $100. Keep this in mind. So first off, you get this pillow. On the front, you have Mickey. Back, you have Captain Minnie. However, look how thin this thing is. Not real thrilled with it. And we kind of went into it knowing that the pillow wasn't going to be that great. So we were like, we'll hold out hope for the blanket. Now, the blanket itself isn't horrible. However, we're so accustomed to the blankets on the ship being really nice, and but you see how it's fuzzy on the underside? It's not great quality. This doesn't feel very, it feels like I could pull it too easily, and it could easily, it's you see the stretching happening. And keep in mind, this was $100. So I mean, maybe, but I feel like there were so many other things. Kayla really wanted to do the adventure set then instead. So this by far is probably something I would not recommend to get. We are currently trying to see about maybe if we can get some money back for it, or just put our mindset out there. We're just not really the happiest with this quality. So that's pretty much the only thing that we were super upset with. And pretty much Kayla is now calling it. She goes, "Where's my crappy pit blanket?" Well, it's right here. So, oh well, live and you learn, make mistakes. Now, what I am going to show you next is stuff that we actually ended up getting at the Character Warehouse. It's only 23 minutes away from the port. And the reason why, they had a lot of cruise line stuff on sale. Now, it's because a lot of the merchandise is changing over, the style is changing, and so they're trying to get rid of a lot of it. But this worked out in our favor because we ended up getting a bunch of shirts, and almost all of them averaged out about $10. So about $41 for all 4 of these shirts. So the first shirt is going to be this nice navy blue, and all these are going to be for Kayla, but it says, "Seize the Day, Disney Cruise Line," and you got Donald down there at the bottom. And I do like this shirt a lot, but there was very limited in sizing. There wasn't one of mine, and I am going to be trying to work on losing a little bit of weight moving forward. So maybe I'll be able to fit in this, no issues. All right, second shirt is going to be this yellow shirt. And on it says, best day ever. And it's actually from Castaway Key. And this actually worked out really well. It's actually also a 2X, which means for me, I could fit in it right now. The goal is hopefully not to fit in one of these anymore, but I am very pleased with this shirt as a whole because of the fact that, one, it's a very nice shirt, and it's Castaway Key, and it was $10. Couldn't pass this up. And the third shirt, this one she was a little bit back and forth on if she wanted it or not. But it says Disney Cruise Line, and you got Captain Mickey in the background. And I kind of like this shirt. It's very simple. It's a little bit colorful, and it's a little bit different. So again, this is another 2X. This is also only $10. So this is a really cool shirt. Like I said, all 4 of these shirts I'm going to show you we got from the Character Warehouse. And number 4, this is one Kayla had been dying to find, is the Disney Cruise Line Christmas long sleeve. We'd actually gotten the Tervis that goes with this a while back, and she'd been looking everywhere. We kept going to the Character Warehouse and everything else. Finally, they said the Character Warehouse got a lot of cruise line stuff in stock. And so she had to get this, and this is a really nice shirt, and I like that it's like more embroidered and not quite as like this, like what you see with the other ones. So I feel like this is gonna last a lot better. Plus we don't wear long sleeves as much, so this should be a nice one, and it'd be fun to wear on the ship. And like I said, it's only $12, but originally it was $45. All right, since we're still working on the shirt and long sleeve aspect, we're gonna go through the rest of the shirts we got, and 2 out of the 4 of the next ones we ended up getting were on sale. 3 of these shirts we got on the ship. 1, I got a Castaway Key for $10. The very first thing I got was this thing right here, this button-down shirt. So this button-down shirt, I'm sorry it's a little wrinkly. I did wear this, and so I hadn't had a chance to watch it. But this was on sale for $25. And the only reason why it was on sale, guess what ship it's missing? It is missing the Disney Treasure. So they ended up having this on sale because they're probably going to be bringing out a new button-down that has the Treasure and the Destiny and probably the Adventure as well. But I like this button-down, and I couldn't pass up the price. As you can see, all the different ships on it, little anchors and everything. And like I said, I do apologize for it being wrinkly. I did wear it, and I wanted to show you guys. I wore it actually to Castaway Key. So I want to show you guys what we got, what it was. So the next item is going to be the brand new Spirit jersey that was debuted for the Disney Dream. And I'm going to tell you right now, not a fan of it. So there you go right there. So they redesigned it to be more of like what the ship color is. So that like dark Monica blue on the bottom and the gold and the Mickey on the front, kind of like how it's on the stern. They did keep this sleeve style though, and I like this. But I'm not a fan of this part. There's gold on the back. So it is the stern character with the Sorcerer Mickey and the brooms all painting the Disney Dream on the back of this. But the gold flaking, the gold is what I'm kind of concerned about because I feel like after just a couple washes, this is going to crack more than my current Disney Dream Spirit jersey, which is starting to finally crack. But I've had that one for a little over 2 years now at this point. So this is actually for my friend who I work with, who's been collecting all the Spirit jerseys, even though she's never been on the Dream. She likes the Spirit jerseys for the ships. So this was $85. Keep that in mind. This is $85. The next item is the one I got at Castaway Key for $10. And I saw this shirt and I said I must get it. Bright yellow. I'm a very big fan of the yellow lately, and I don't know why. I mean, it's part of like my logo design, it's part of everything else, but I just like the yellow, it kind of pops. But you see on the front, it says Fun in the Sun, established 1998 Disney Cruise Line. What I like about it on the back, look at the back. I love this design. It's got Mickey in a hammock. It's got the cruise line off in the distance. And again, this was $10. And I really, really liked it a lot. I just could not pass up on it. And now we're on to the last one. And this one was a little, Kayla had a struggle picking out which one she wanted. But she ultimately got this sweatshirt that had Captain Minnie on it. We are a big fan of the Captain Minnie on the cruise ships. We really love her on the Disney Treasure in her Adventure Mini outfit. This is such a cool jacket. This is cool. It's a little bit lightweight. It's kind of more what you expect to have in Florida. Now this was another full price item. And the last time I remember I checked, it was $45 for it. If I find the receipt, I will update what the cost was. Now to the next couple of things that we ended up getting. So Kayla has got a new, and actually a blanket that she got that actually is a really nice quality that would actually be better off than the blanket we got. But you've got this nice little postcard right here. And it's $3. And I do love this one because of the design. Very cartoony-esque, very Disney-esque. It's made by Joey Chow. So I love his stuff. Joey Chow, I actually have a few things of his artwork, and this is just how I imagine it being. Next thing is, again, pin collectors. Pins everywhere. We collect all the Disney Treasure pins, or Disney Cruise Line pins as a whole. You've got Mickey, Disney Dream, Captain Mickey on the Disney Dream. And this was a $15 pin. It was yellow, so I can't even tell what it is. But it's just a simple one with Mickey saluting. And it's kind of what he looks like if he was colorized on the front bow of the ship. And the next one, we got a Castaway Key. And this was actually a brand new one, we think. Is this cute little Mickey. This cute little Mickey and Pluto taking a picture under the Castaway Key sign with the ship in the background. Which is actually funny, they have a ship facing forward. When at Castaway, you actually see the back of the ship, the aft, for that. So, wouldn't be a Disney cruise if we don't end up with some sort of pins, considering we have a very extensive collection of Disney Cruise Line pins. Now, the last item we ended up buying, this was something Kayla was actually very excited about. So we see this all the time, and it always sells out super fast. It's going to be this magnet set. So it says, bring a bit of character to your stateroom door. So what you have in the middle right there is you have today's agenda with Mickey, Captain Minnie says, welcome aboard. Today's agenda, and then all of these little pieces all come out, and you put it right there in the middle. We actually thought this would be a cool thing to have for one day when me and Kayla have kids, to put on our door so we could tell people where we're going. And it's also just fun for the kids to do. So this was $20, and actually, surprisingly, I don't think this is a bad price for this. It is a very, very thick magnet. It's like very well made. Plus, all the different things it has to offer, like catching our Z's, relaxing on deck, exploring the ship, taking in a show, adventure in the port, indulging our appetite, buying this perfect souvenirs, and relaxing in the pool. So this was one of the cool items that we got that I'm actually very happy with. And like I said, I've got it for $20. All right, so on to the things that were essentially free. And I say essentially free because still we had to pay to be on the ship. So to get some of this, we had to still pay for. So first two things was in our stateroom, and all staterooms, you can actually get a postcard. And not just one postcard, you can get 2 postcards. Sometimes more if you like. But what I love about these is I do love keeping these as an item, because we do collect postcards and we actually do frame them. One of the big things we haven't done is we haven't put them up yet. I'm going to put them in our hallway leading in from the front door so people can see what things we like. And these are just going to go to our collections. And these were essentially free. Another thing you can do though is you can take these and you can send them off. But you can send them off from guest services. It used to have the mail post office on Castaway would be open. But unfortunately, it has not reopened since the pandemic, and from what we have been told, it will not reopen probably ever again. One of the other free items we got, and again, I say free with the quotes, is this. So it was a Marvel Day at Sea, and I'll give you my opinions on that in our review of our honest review of our Disney Dream Vacation video. But this was a window cling, and so this essentially just went onto the window on the first night, because our Marvel Day at Sea was on the second night. And so we luckily were able to keep track of this, so I was able to fold it up. But it does say Marvel Day at Sea with the cruise line logo, and it has Miss Marvel, Captain America, Iron Man, Black Panther, and Spider-Man. Now, the other thing we got, these were actually part of something called fish extenders and being pixie dusted. Fish extenders just means that outside of your door, you end up hanging up you can hang up any sort of little thing that you can actually drop little gifts into, and people can pixie dust you and drop off things. But some of the cool things that we got dropped off were ducks. Me and Kayla have a slight obsession with collecting rubber ducks. And the gentleman who was dropped off these 2 ducks actually told me he has over 1,000, he had over 1,000 different ducks. So I ended up getting a Stitch duck and then a Little Mermaid duck. Which is kind of funny because I think the Little Mermaid was actually supposed to go to my sister. Which is fine. She'll get it back at some point, but I do like my Stitch. Now, the very last thing, it's going to be part of if you're part of the Castaway Club. So Castaway Club essentially is that you've sailed on a Disney cruise before. So for like my mom, my dad, my little sister, and their friend Jennifer, this was their very first Disney cruise. Now that they've been on the cruise and they're now off the cruise, they are now officially silver members as long as they cruise within the next 5 years. But because me and Kayla, even though this is our 5th cruise, it's only counted as our 3rd cruise. But we still did get our silver rewards and we got our next beach bag. Now, we already had a beach bag, so we actually gifted our beach bag to my parents, so they had it for Castaway Key. And I really do believe this is probably the best gift they've given out. I like the slingbacks, but I really like this beach bag a lot more because I do love the very durable zipper on it. I love that the zipper has the cruise line logo in it. And even this doesn't feel that well made. The bag itself feels very durable and it's very, very good to carry onto Castaway Key. So there was a lot of other things we did get from Fish Extenders, but I was like, there's just too much to show you. I just really wanted to show you the ducks. And especially also, one of the last things, I'm keeping one of these and we've laminated every single one of our luggage tags we've gotten now that we've been on our 5th Disney cruise. And I think we've gotten 5 out of the 10 different characters you can get for the luggage tag. So, but overall, like I said, it was a really, really, really fun Disney trip. There are aspects I was not a fan of, and where does this rank out of the 5 that we've done? You'll have to find out tomorrow, or you'll find out in the next video of our honest review of our Disney Dream Cruise Vacation. But it's nothing bad. I actually not upset with it. Just some things I wish were better, if that makes sense. I'm really asking for a lot in comparison to where we were on the Disney Treasure to this. You kind of see where I'll come from with that. But overall, lots of fun merch to have, lots of new shirts to add to the collection, new magnets, nice window cling, some new pins to add to the collection because that's what me and Kayla do. It's our pin collection. It's just ever growing. So hopefully you guys learned a lot about Debarkation Day on the Disney Cruise Line, especially if you're going to be going out of Fort Lauderdale. We've officially done it at all 3 locations that the cruise line could have gone to. No longer do we go out of Miami, but at least we've done it out of Canaveral and Lauderdale. And since Lauderdale now has an officially designated port, it will be the same every time you go to that same port. So those luggage tags, the tables, the customs, that will all be the same with both Canaveral and Lauderdale. But honestly though, it just sucks leaving because now we're back home and I had to make my own food for the first time in 6 days. And no one's going to make my bed for me. No one's going to make me little chocolates. No one's going to make me little towel animals. But it just means we have to book another cruise. At this point, we do not have another cruise booked for the time being. However, there might be a good chance we may get to go back. We get to go on to the Destiny later this year. No details on that yet. Just something that may be in the works right now with some friends. So we'll just see what there goes. Plus, my parents really want to look at doing another one. And I'd really like to take them onto the Treasure for one of the 7-night sailings. So maybe go back on the Treasure again. I don't know. We'll just have to see what happens. We're not sure yet. If you guys help me out though by subscribing to the channel, leaving a like, watching the videos, the more you guys watch, the more that we can actually afford to go on these things and the more you guys can experience it as well. So hopefully you guys enjoyed our entire week. We do have our review. I have a ship tour coming right behind us, so if you're curious where everything is on the Disney Dream, that will be happening very shortly after. So, but with all that being said though, now that I've been up for ungodly too long, I've been up since 5 a.m. this morning, it's now 10 p.m., but luckily, I made it work out. I do not have to be up early tomorrow, so I can sleep in tomorrow and wish I was waking up on the Disney Dream again. So, but thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it all. Let me know what your favorite piece of merch was. Let me know some of the favorite things from our vacation was if you've watched every video. But with all that being said, as I do head off to go get some well-deserved sleep, I'll see you guys next time.